excellent day for an podcast.
Yeah, we're just hitting the ground running here. Welcome all to another episode of What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. And in case you guys haven't noticed, we have Chris and Ron from Black Ave Films. And we're just winging it tonight because we know these guys got fucking stories. So,
welcome back to the studio once again.
Thank you,
Ron,
guys.
Chris.
Thanks for feeding us. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Dude, we just love you guys. Plus, you're close to the house, so
Yeah,
this is a
easy.
bonus.
Makes it much easier for us.
That's why earlier, I don't know, shortly after we booked this and you started asking, like, we're going to do it Zoom? And I was like, if you guys want to come over, we're not going to say no.
No, it's easier doing studio. The flow is so much better.
Oh,
Yeah.
most definitely. You don't have to worry about lag and everything. Plus, just hanging out. It's like you're sitting in your den, just bullshitting with a friend.
Yeah. You guys been up to an awful lot.
Yeah, it's been a year.
At least to say.
It's been a half a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, if for those who don't remember, for our anniversary live stream, we had these guys over, and at the time we figured we needed to have some kind of like topic or something, like an excuse to have them over, because we need an excuse to have anybody come on the show, and we realized no, we don't need that.
No.
And compared to then, these fuckers are busy.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked, my friend. And my mind won't stop. So if my mind's not stopping, I can't stop either.
with everything.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Exactly.
I was thinking on my way over here though, like, are you guys still like working, or have you reached the point where? Because I mean,
No, I
you're
wish.
always shooting something.
Dude, we were just talking about that shit today at work. We work together, right? So it's like my office is right across from his, and I'm pretty much always in his office. So it's like, you know what? I can't wait till the day till we can just like say fuck this and just make fucking movies, because then the world will not know what hits them. Because I told him, I said, we would be making a movie every fucking week. No lie.
And Chris is like,
It's at 8 hours.
editing.
8 hours you're losing every day. That's preventing
trust me,
us.
I made sure, I told him, I'm like, we would just shoot it and we would have somebody edit this. That way, while we're shooting the next one, they could edit what we already worked on.
Yeah, so we're going to ruin somebody else's life
Exactly.
in the process. And we just drop a bunch of footage off and be like, figure it the fuck out, bro. You better have this done in a week or I'm coming back. Yeah. We're definitely busy. We're definitely still working our day jobs, which, you have to be able to pay the bills, but we don't want to. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to take off a little bit more this year for some other projects that we've been working, assisting with more than normal, and we're just gonna keep doing our thing until one of us drops dead.
That's beautiful.
Hopefully that's like way down the future after
Yeah,
after we're in our big mansions with our
Oh yeah,
15 cars,
our Oscars and all the other good things we're gonna get.
Razzies.
I'm just picturing all this motherfucking going on, and then like by the end of it all, you guys finally make a project and you get your one Oscar for best editing.
Listen, I
then
do
there's
not ever expect that to happen.
And there's
my
Chris in
life.
his wheelchair just.
finally.
Thank you, I deserve it.
But if you get a Razzie, I mean, that's like
An award's an award.
That's the top of the line.
You give me a piece of trash and call it an award, I'm happy. I don't care. I mean,
Look, we got an award for Vampires in New Jersey Film Festival. Tell them what it was.
it was a ceramic letter A painted gold.
With a sticker that said Vampires in New Jersey on it.
So they went to Party City,
Yep.
picked up the letter A, and just
That or Hobby Lobby or something.
Yeah, but
And then- but I mean, hey, look, I don't care.
It's an
It
award.
works.
I was going to say,
Right.
isn't that more special? It was a homemade award.
See, I don't know if you could see this, but me and Chris, we're the kind of people that we don't like things work, and when we see something that requires fixing, we kind of like put our minds together. I came up with this myself. That's what I'm going to have made.
that's beautiful.
Chris hasn't seen
I don't
it
even
yet.
have seen it. Oh, it's not. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to pay somebody good money for that. It's a good award, though.
Go ahead, Ron. You can show the camera.
You see that?
Screw your camera. Yeah, they can see it. No, I mean,
Look, we've got some. We've received awards. You know, it is what it is. I'll take anything over nothing. And like I said, this is all like we've won for Swine and Dine. We've got like 6 or 7 awards for Swine and Dine, which
It's pretty fucking amazing.
for something that we did
for
Six-
trash, yeah.
6 months after we started doing this shit. I mean, I can't. People actually like it, so. And
Not us,
it's-
but other people like
It's
it.
going to be great when people can actually watch it.
Well, they can watch it. They just got to pay money for it. Stop being cheap, people. Pay money. We need money. No,
That's why we didn't beat around the bush. We just grabbed the Blu-ray at the
Right.
premiere.
yeah. We usually, if you see us out in public, we probably have one or two on ourselves somewhere, and we'll sell them to you. We're like drug dealers. We'll take you.
Well, we're going to be at the Blairstown Diner on July 18th
Okay.
for the event.
Yeah,
That's going to be there, and we'll be giving away 2 copies of Swine and Dine
Oh, really?
on Blu-ray.
Nice.
That's the only way we can get rid of them is to give them away.
Giving them away. It's like everything else. I don't know if I'm making it to that. I know that's why
I'll be there.
People are coming out for us.
From dusk till dawn. Is that
Yeah.
Dusk
that one?
till death.
Dusk till death.
Yeah, I've got something.
Yeah,
That
I'll be there
Yeah.
because I got to make an appearance, and it's a shame that he's not going to be there because you guys been there before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Yep.
walked around across the bridge?
Yep.
So you see what's over there, right? That
Yep.
little park.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
With all the graffiti on the walls and stuff.
So what's the movie idea?
Oh
Stop.
no,
Stop.
he already knows it's there. I already got the shit planned out from the last
I
time
already
I was
know.
there. There's a suicide. Somebody stands on the other side of the bridge, jumps in the water, and they're floating down the fucking river. That's it.
No story.
You don't need a story.
What are you talking about? No.
No,
Tell-
you
tells
get,
its own
no.
story.
You're
I
right,
like
but
this series idea. This
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
prequel to the body bag.
Where was that body from?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pulled it
There
out
you
of the
go.
river. Took it home. Did nasty things to it. Wrap it up in plastic because the smell was getting too bad.
are you going to be floating in the water?
Somebody better be.
No.
Apollo wanted to do it.
This is the time to do it because I'm sure it's going to be hot this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Oh yeah, Apollo. I guess the Planton twins are going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
should be there.
So, like I said, I doubt it'll happen because that's too much work for me to do by myself because I'll have to do everything. And I just did that last time and it was cool. I didn't mind doing it. I can do it. But doing it with other people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, it's
It's a chore.
not easy.
It's a serious chore when you're trying to film something like that and you're the only one doing all the tech stuff. It's not pleasant. You want to
I mean,
crazy.
we'll be there. I could bring my trunks and float down a river if you need.
There you go. There you go.
Dave's always open to
He's
die.
ready to go.
He's
Like I said, full frontal. We might have to negotiate a price. Pretty much anything.
You're gonna pay us to see you naked?
I was in the stream.
No, but like I said, we'll be there. I'd like to film over there. I don't think he hasn't been there yet.
Blairstown?
Yeah,
I was there once.
the back
Yeah.
across the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went the week.
Crimson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were out there filming for Crimson Harvest one day. I managed to sneak off and get out there, and he told me about the location out back, so I went out there and looked at all that. It's a nice spot.
Like I said, I mean, you guys have probably been like following us since the beginning, since Swine and Dine and all this. I mean, I know it's been a little over 2 years. If you ask us, I mean, we don't think we've really done anything yet. I mean, but if behind everybody's back, I talk more shit than anybody. He'll tell you, like, there's nobody better than us.
Yeah. Don't let him start talking. He thinks we're the next Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and these people, and I'm like, dude, we got a little ways to go.
I'll be happy.
Maybe
to be the next-
Scorsese.
I'll be
maybe.
happy to be the next Kerry Barker.
Yeah. Take what you can get.
Hey, look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, look, what people don't understand about his projection, like the way he rocketed up, he started out doing content creation on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he already had a following. He already had he was already monetized. So he was already making money. And when he released Milk and Cereal, he shot that on a camcorder, and he got traction on that. And then you can see a progression the way people work, and he just built his way up to this. You know, and when you see people that have a talent that you don't really need to go to, I know a lot of people are going to get pissed off at this, probably even him, right? Like, a lot of people go to film school and, you know, they've got ideas, but they're limited by what they're taught in school. Like, he'll be the first one to tell you, like, I don't know shit about lighting, and like Chris is the master of light. I worked with him on Deadly Endings, and I just, as soon as watching him work, was like, damn, this guy's fucking good as shit. He like, snap your fingers, it's dark. Snap your fingers, it's light. Like, everything was controlled. A master. I'm not that guy. I can't do that. I mean, I can try my best, but I can't master that. But he learned that. Well, he's got a big background in theater, so that's like, he's on the fly kind of lighting. Like, he can pull that shit off quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a whole other monster.
Yeah. But then again, I'm like, the people that go to film school, the people coming out, they have blinders on. Like, there's rules that they follow when they're, like, especially cinematographers, when they're shooting film, they're constricted by what they're told they can and can't do. Where me and him we just watch movies. Like, we learned everything but from watching other people, and like, oh, you can't, you're breaking the 180 rule, or I'm like, does a shot work? Like, it doesn't. There's specific, like, you can do whatever you want in a movie if it's yours, and I don't care if we get criticized for doing some things. It's, it doesn't. I want criticism, especially when we do something that looks like shit. I don't want people blowing smoke up our ass going, oh man, that's awesome, because we see it. Like, we'll look at our own stuff, like Swine and Dine. We watch Swine and Dine. I'm like, I can't even fucking watch this anymore.
Yeah, it's
right?
trash to us now, but
That's the new MonsterCon massacre now.
Last
time you guys were like,
that'll
motherfucker.
never-
Yeah, you were MFing that one.
There's
Monster
nothing.
Massacre is
There's
absolute.
nothing that will be worse than that.
That should have been flushed.
Hey,
down the
hey,
toilet.
we got a cameo in that, so we can't trash
Yeah.
it.
So did everybody else
Yeah.
at Monster Mania.
But the
that
progression
weekend.
of it,
Yeah.
going from MonsterCon Massacre to Swine and Dine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you would never been able to tell that those are the same two people that made the first one, made the second one 6 months later.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be looking at it, there's no fucking way this guy made that.
Yeah. Did they make that, then go to film school and then make that? That makes sense. But or did they make a whole bunch of movies in between, or shoot a whole bunch of stuff in between? Because the first thing was absolutely terrible, and then the next thing is remotely terrible. But it's only terrible because, like, we, as we're growing, as we're working with other amazing people that we've gotten a chance to work with the last 2 years, we pick up different things. We notice different things that everybody else is doing, and it helps us to understand things from a different standpoint. And so when we go back and we're forced to watch Swine and Dine at some film festival, we're like, we're watching the scene and we're like, damn, that I should not have edited it that way. I should have cut this down. I should have done a different transition. We should have had this character do more in this scene. We should have had more B-roll. Like, all these different things that we're now picking up on and trying to implement as we're making our movies is why we look at it like it's trash. Not that it's actually trash. It is what it is. But, from our perspective, we feel like, God, if we only had that same opportunity today to make Swine and Dine, what the hell would that look like? Like, in our heads, we're thinking that would be absolutely magnificent if we had that same weekend to do over again with the knowledge and the expertise that we have and the equipment that we have today. It would be a whole different fucking movie. You would not see the same thing, and we think it would be way better. But who knows? It might be shit too.
So get a couple of these projects out of the way, and then, I mean, again, there were talks about the feature length, but even if that doesn't happen,
It's happening.
You could just reboot
It's
the
happening.
short.
Dude,
Do it again. We're just gonna keep remaking the same thing over and over again. I like that.
It's crazy because I was reading today, before we came here, that
He can read.
back
All
room,
right, you guys are way too fancy.
back rooms. I haven't seen back rooms yet. He's seen it. I don't know if you guys.
I
seen
haven't
it.
watched
Yeah.
I don't know. But between Parsons and Barker, those are the two.
Yeah.
Like, young guys. I mean, Parsons is only like 20 years old.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think they said he was 20, and then Barker's like 25. Yeah.
He made Back Rooms. It was a YouTube series.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just, somebody saw it, says, "Oh shit, this is a good idea. Maybe we can make a feature." Granted, they spent $10 million to make that.
But you look at the box office.
I mean, then you look at Obsessed. Right?
Obsession.
Right? 750,000, which to me that's still a lot of money. But 430 million, 450 million, and they bought it for 15. So, it's out there for independent people to get. There is a platform. No matter what you do, there's a platform. If somebody sees something they like, it's all about story.
Yeah.
You could have a $200,000 camera, $100,000 worth of lenses, the best directors, the best lighting, the best everything. And if the story is shit, you can't sell a bad story.
Yeah.
That's like if you go into a bookstore and you're looking at all the books and it's like all this dog shit and there's one really good book. You're going to buy the one really good book because the other ones are crap.
Yeah.
But, that's where I think we have fresh ideas. Like, I think they're fresh. I mean, I'm sure they're regurgitated at some point from
100%.
some angle.
But we try to be creative with our ideas. We don't just develop an idea and stick to that. And like day one, we come up with the idea and just leave it there and go, we're not going to change it. We like it just the way it is. No, we're going to keep fucking tweaking that thing until it becomes original.
You just yes and until
Yeah,
it's
and
a
just keep
completely
going.
different.
What if we did this, and we did this, and we added that, and we worked in this part of the scene, and just keep going until it gets to a point where, like, yeah, that'll fucking work. That is now absolutely original.
Look, I write all the scripts, and then he tries to read them, but he knows he'll read it today and it'll be different tomorrow. So he's like, I don't even bother reading your shit anymore because
You're going to change it?
it's going to change.
It's going to change.
Yeah.
It's 100% changing.
I guarantee. All right, every one of our movies, everything we've done, whether I write it or not, by the time we get to shooting it,
It's different.
like when we shot with Ginger and Eileen, we got there, we had ideas, we knew what we wanted to do. Then it's like, oh shit, I think this is going to work better the way this is working, and we changed shit on the our script is never complete until it's actually shot and done.
Yeah. Even then, it might still change.
But like I said, I'm open to.
You could think about how something's going to play out.
We have a rough idea, but we sort of like to let everybody there help us let it evolve on set. And, we're not stuck to anything. Nothing is concrete when we're on set. Obviously, the location. That's about the only thing that's concrete when we step on set. Other than that, it's like, what do you think? What if we did this? So we'll throw ideas around until we actually shoot it. And even after it's done shooting, we'll come up with new ideas. And, that was Party Fire.
Yeah.
We shot a whole bunch of stuff and we're like, what if we made this animated? And like, okay, I guess we're doing animation in this. Like,
Yeah, who did that? The animation.
some guy, I forget his name.
He was in Barcelona. Like we got him through Fiverr.
Yeah, like Fiverr or Upwork or something like that.
All right.
We farmed it out.
Yeah, I farmed it. I put a bunch of things out there looking for animators that wanted to work with us. And guy came back to me. Everybody else was just basically doing AI bullshit. And I was like, that's not what I'm looking for. I want somebody to really draw something.
You want the original View Askew logo.
I want something, yeah, I want something dirty and grungy and unique and different. And what this guy delivered, and he sent me a mock-up of what he thought. And the first mock-up, I showed it to him, and we're just like, what the fuck is that? That's awesome. We love that. And, we just developed with him a little bit more and said, can you add this in? Can you do that? And then, we wound up getting what we got, which we think is, it's different. It's unique. It's original, right? How often do you see an animation like that pop up in anything anymore? Any animation you see nowadays is super clean and crisp as hell. That was grungy as hell, what we did. Like, I think it just worked well. It fit to what we were trying to do. We had way too many people on set to actually kill the characters that we wanted to kill, and just not enough time to do it.
That's not the real reason. The real reason is his wife did not want any more blood in the house.
That's another reason. I didn't want to have to clean up any more blood. I've still got blood stains in my house from other murders in there, filmed murders, fake. I'm going to jail. But I definitely still have blood stains in different parts of my house. Grout tile that's been stained in blood. It's just never coming out. It's just the part of working in this industry is you're gonna fucking have blood stains in your house, and your wife better get used to it.
So if the listeners, if you go to Black Ave Films on YouTube, they have their own channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Party Fire.
Yep.
It's what, about 20 minutes long, 22 minutes?
About 22 minutes.
I think so, yeah. I don't even remember.
You can watch it. It's a great bit.
Yeah.
With the best post-credit scene in a movie ever. I would put that up against
oh yeah.
that up against any Marvel movie.
Yeah.
All right, let me explain about that. You guys seen it? It's Robert Todd Kennedy, right? He was actually supposed to be in the short, but he had a birthday party to go to, and he wasn't going to get there till later. So I'm like, all right.
You guys had a birthday party, like.
Yeah, you should shut up.
He just gave it the wrong one.
He went to the wrong one, right? So I'm like, all right. So he showed up. I'm like, you know what? Let's do a post thing. Like he shows up, the party's over, and we're like, fuck you, right? So we shot that all. We shot all that. Like it was great. We actually had sound to it. We thought we did. We didn't have a microphone hooked up, right? Because we shot on two cameras. We shot on a Blackmagic 4.6 Mini Ursa and a Red Epic 5K. The Red, you need to hook an external mic up.
Okay.
And we didn't realize we didn't turn it on. So I grabbed it and shot it, and then we're watching the playback, and Chris is like, dude, I don't think we have any sound on that. He's like, did you hook the microphone up? I'm like, no. He's like, what cameras do you use? He's like, I know you didn't use the Blackmagic because that's sitting over there. I'm like, oh shit. So
was
Chris,
a lot.
Chris is like, we can make it work. I mean, it's actually better because it's like the door opens. We've got the title shots. He's like, and Robert Todd Kennedy, you know, and a special guest.
Mm-hmm.
And then the door slams in his face. I mean,
Yeah. It was just one of them things we like to do. And, you know, anytime, you know, you can attest to this. You come on our set, and it's our set, we're just going to have a fucking good time. We're going to try and make it as light as possible and make sure we're all having a good time. We're all going to have a laugh at some point, for sure. It might be some of the most ridiculous time you ever spent laying on the floor, but you're going to enjoy it.
dude, I haven't met one person who's been on our set. Well, I'm not going to say I haven't met one. How can I say this? No, really. There's one person who's been on our set, you know, that didn't enjoy being there.
Yeah.
Or didn't like go, damn man, I wish I could do that again. Who else? We're at the Airbnb shooting loose scenes, right? And we had the Airbnb for like what, 4 days?
Something like that.
You know, and it was in Maryland.
You had Lou Temple.
Lou Temple, he's like, where are you guys going? I said, I'm going in the hot tub. He's like, you got a hot tub? I'm like, yeah. He's like, a hot tub, where is it? I said, it's out back in the little hot tub shed. He's like, it's got its own little house? I said, yeah, it does. He's like, do you mind? I'm like, I'm headed out there fucking now. If you want to join me, knock yourself out. He's like,
If you want to marinate in each other's farts,
like-
I mean,
like,
yeah, come on over,
Do
man.
you mind if I smoke a cigar? I'm like, not at all. He's like, holy shit, man. You know how long it's been since I sat in a hot tub and actually smoked a cigar? It's been years. So I'm like, yeah, man, knock yourself out. And we just sat there and bullshitted for like hours, for like 2 days.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was inside. I wasn't in the hot tub, but I brought him drinks and
Yeah, I heard stories about it after the fact. And I was like, what?
yeah, you weren't invited.
I saw the big ass swing, but
No, like I said, we do take care of business while we're there, but we're not super strict unless there's something to be, like when we shot Party Fire, the kids were running around the house like maniacs. You know, once they're done shooting,
they're kids.
They're kids. They want to go
Yeah.
play and
I'm like, and we're shooting at Chris's house. They're all down in the basement and sound travels. Like we're shooting upstairs, you can hear them downstairs. And it's like, tell them to shut up. And nobody would tell the kids to shut up. Like, I'm like, dude, like, you guys be quiet. I'm like, okay. They quiet. Next thing you know, the guy on sound's like, I can hear them. So I run downstairs and they're kids. I don't care who you are. If you're fucking up my set when we're
Time
trying
is
to get
money,
shit done,
motherfuckers.
it's like you've got like you were told 3 times. Now you done woken the bear, and I don't care how old they are, they got cursed at.
Oh yeah, shut the fuck up! We're trying to film up here, and you know all the parents are like, "What the fuck just happened?"
all the kids are like,
Yeah, it's tough when you have upwards of 50 people in one house and you're trying to film scenes and get to all these shots.
and it's not like they can go outside because it was like 10
fucking-
below.
Yeah, it was
when you were
fucking
when you were
freezing.
6
filming
inches
that.
of snow outside. It was brutal. Nobody,
Right.
There was nowhere to go. I mean, I've got a fairly big house, but like you said, sound will travel through the basement, upstairs, and vice versa. So even like just whispering down there, you can hear it. You're still gonna hear it, especially on, you know, special microphones that we're using, the shotgun mics. He's gonna pick it up. So trying to get these kids to shut up, but honestly, anytime we're using kids on any set, it seems like Ron winds up yelling at them to shut the fuck up every time.
Or get the fuck out
Or
of
get
the
the
shot.
fuck out of the shot, you piece! Get out! You're in the fucking shot.
Now I
So
want to
much.
see. I mean, if somebody organically films it, that's one thing. But now, if not, I want to see like the
Documentary.
mock up of. I want to see Ron Black having a Christian Bale moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Like just memorize that entire rant, but just yet screaming at kids.
I'll just get all the cuts of Ron yelling at the kids. Because
No.
Fragment in Mind, we probably have about 20 cuts of Ron yelling at a kid. Why is that fucking kid in the shot? He's in the fucking shot. You ruined the shot again. God damn, get him out of the shot. He's in the stairwell.
You put all that together where Ron's getting pissed off at the kids. Now you make a separate segment
Yep.
where the kids get revenge on Ron.
There we go. Dyfus.
Nah, it's all right. Your parents signed a waiver.
Yeah, you're good.
So who comes up for a party fire? Who comes up with Fart the Clown?
That was just a...
I mean, come on, obviously, and even when I talked to Mike,
Have you
Levy,
met these guys?
dude, I
It's
talked
simple.
to Levy. He's like, originally it was Shart the clown,
Yeah.
but he's like, Shart's too dirty.
One of the kids I think mentions it.
No,
right?
and
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
we won't call him Shart, but we'll call him Fart, and then one of the kids will say
Call him
Shart, yeah,
Yeah.
just to throw him off. I'm like, all right, yeah, that works. We can do that. But like I talked to the Levies, and I'm like, I talked to most of Fuzz on the Lens and all the people that worked on Terrifier, and I'm like, look, last thing I want to do is piss anybody off or get in trouble with anybody. So I talked to Mike. He's like, dude, do what you need to do. We're cool with whatever you guys want to do. The whole team's like, go for it, man. Just if you got an idea, just do it. And I was worried about Damien, right? I pulled Mike Gianelli.
Damien Leone.
Yeah. And I pulled Mike Gianelli into it. I'm like, hey, Mike, do you want to? Originally, we were going to have him play the clown. All right. Well, when I thought it up,
that's what I assumed until I saw him hanging out in the corner there.
And I knew how much he really hated being in all that makeup, and I couldn't. And plus he's got the beard now, and I didn't want to make him shave. And we had actually somebody that was really good at playing the clown. Like he couldn't have done it any better than David Howard Thornton.
He could have done better if we got a proper mask for him, but that's our fault.
I mean,
Mike was the Ninth Circle, right?
Yes.
Arthur Clown.
Yes, he was the original.
All Hallows Eve.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's it. All Hallows Eve.
Like I said, I'm like, I'm friends, like he knows me and my son from conventions. We hung out with him in Maryland for a convention down there, and we just like partied with him all weekend long. Nicest guy in the world. And I'm like, I got his phone number. I'm like, Mike, I'm doing a parody of Terrifier. Would you mind being in it? And we're in Vegas.
Yeah, I remember
this year
that.
we're in Vegas in February, right? No, it was January. We were in Vegas in January, and I'm like, Mike, you really, are you cool with doing this? He's like, you kind of had me hooked when my wife read it, and I had that line where I'm like, I played a clown once, and I was killer, and the whole turn to the camera,
and he smiles,
wink and smile. My wife just lost and said, "You're fucking doing this."
Yeah,
right.
Break that fourth wall a little bit.
I was going to say it was so on the nose, but worth it.
Yeah. For those that know who he is and his part in the Terrifier franchise, it sells it really well. It's
you are the worst clown ever.
Yeah.
And I know a thing about him.
Yeah. It was fun having him there. I was glad we were able to bring him in.
I wish he had something. He was having family issues. One of his relatives was very sick, so he actually made the trip down to do that because he wanted to do it so much. He wishes he could have stayed long. If he stayed longer, he would have been in so many more scenes. But we know how things are, and like I said, we had to cut a whole bunch of stuff because of that. I'm like, dude, you go and do what you're just for you showing up and not canceling.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I couldn't be happy.
Over the moon.
And he had a marvelous time hanging out with everybody, talking to everybody, and it was great. And I'm like, is Damien gonna see this? And he's like, fuck yeah, I already told Damien about this. And he's like, go fucking go for it. Oh shit! Now I'm nervous, right? And then once we released it, all listening to Mike Levy and Marcus Slabine and all them talk about it, they're like, dude, we use some of those phrases, some of those catches when we're talking to each other now. It's like I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man. When we're cursing each other out on the phone, we're like, we'll mention something from the Party Fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, that's
amazing.
That, and I watch Party Fire now, and I'm like, this is shit. We could have done so much. No, everything now is
who the fuck were these amateurs?
Yeah, it's always going to be the case. You're always going to look back on something and be like, we should have done this different.
But like I said, that was in a film festival a couple of weeks ago in Delaware, and when I was up on, with the filmmakers talking about making it, and they found out that we shot that in 12 hours. Actually, less than that. We shot it in 10.
We were done so early that day. It was shocking. We're like, wait.
All that footage we shot.
Usually we wrap around
because you didn't have blood to clean up.
Dude, plus it was fucking cold outside, and I'm outside freezing my ass off during the car scene, and these guys are warm inside a fucking truck driving, and I'm like, let's go. I've got the fucking dummy trying to throw it on the truck, and believe it or not, those Ford 250s, I got the super long mirrors on the outside so they can for towing.
Yep.
I threw the dummy onto the car windshield, and the mirror caught my arm. And he was going 20 miles an hour.
He was moving.
I'm like, oh shit, there goes my arm. I think I just fucked my arm up. Right? But I was more worried about the clown hitting the windshield and not breaking the windshield on the truck.
Right.
Then I'm like, how'd it look? Chris is like, you could see it a little bit, but it would have been better in the middle. And then he pulled his Ring doorbell camera, because I mentioned the doorbell
footage from
camera.
that, yeah.
He's like, oh shit, I've got 2 Ring doorbells. Oh shit, it's not on this one. He's like, here it is. And then we watched it. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's making it in there. It's too fucking funny not to.
Yeah, it sold really well, especially from like the security camera footage angle. It was really, it looks like somebody getting hit by a car, which is great. And Clifton was a trooper being out there in the fucking cold, and I feel bad for everybody that had to be out there.
Clifton played your fart.
Yeah, Clifton Taylor played fart, and he traveled out for us and got himself into makeup and did all that jazz and enjoyed himself with Megan and all the good
I mean,
times.
who wouldn't?
Just so you know, he could not eat with that mask on,
Oh my god, yeah.
because like the mouth hole was only so much, and he just had he just had surgery on his entire mouth. He had all his teeth replaced. They're all like implants, and he couldn't really chew certain things, and he's like, he couldn't open his mouth all the way. Plus with the mask on it, because so we had to blend up the food in a blender,
What
and
the
he
hell were we
drank it
eating?
out. It was like
It was some
it was some pasta.
I was gonna say, is this back to the chicken nuggets? You just pureed them.
Oh, we put him in
whatever everybody
and
else
he
was eating,
drank it.
I put it in a blender
Wow.
and liquefied it so he could eat. I felt so bad for him having to eat like that, but he was like, "No, it's all good." And that's a man who's ready and willing to do anything for his craft, and we're so thankful that he came out for that.
Me and him worked with him several times. Like me and Chris were like, he'll do anything you ask him to do. He's like, he just wants to be out there working.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's looking for real good talent, Clifton Taylor.
Yep.
I am so fucking pissed off after the New Jersey con. So I just happened to be wearing my Sammy Kerr Kiss solo album t-shirt. So I went to take one of my 50 walks over to the bathroom, and I go out in the hallway, and I was like, oh my God, I love that shirt. I love that movie. And it was Amber. And I was just, oh, cool. Well, I'll have to see what she's about. Let me go take care of what I got to take care of. So I come back, and I'm looking at her table, and I see she's got the big Party Fire poster. I was like, now, I have very severe depression, and that particular day, I was just not in a people mood. So I wasn't really focused, but I saw it, and I was just like, oh, you were in this? And she goes, oh, yeah. Oh, well, shit, I gotta here, take my money here. I want you to sign all this. And then I hear, oh, I was Art, or I played Fart, and I turned around, and I was like, oh, shit, well, can I get a picture with the both of you in this and all that? And then the guy hanging out at her table, I was like,
he was in it too?
yeah, I hand him my phone. I was like, well, I got to get everybody from the short in here. Here, can you take our picture? And then I went home to rewatch the movie. And I thought it was kind of odd because I was like, oh my God, you guys were in this. That's great. Let me get a picture and all that. And then she was just like, yeah, I hope, later on, I hope you enjoy it. And I was like, oh, no, I already saw it. And I'm thinking that was kind of odd. Like I was kind of nerding out once I knew that. And then I go home and watch it. I'm like, she was essentially the main fucking character. And the guy I handed my camera to, he's in it too. Yeah. It was like, I was oblivious to like everybody that was in there. I was like, fuck, I'm surrounded by half the cast. And I'm like, oh, you were in it too? Cool. Who did you guys have for the Pale Girl?
That was a girl called Cheyenne
Jacoby,
yeah.
Okay. I swear to God, you got, was it Emily?
She's really good at cosplaying her.
Like I said, they bought a perk, like I said, we're the kind of people who we throw perks out there. We're like, it's this much, and sometimes they'll come back and say, I can't really afford that. I'm like, what can you afford? Like, well, I really want my daughter in it because she plays, Pale Girl in cosplay.
Oh, okay.
And then she sent me a picture. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what can you afford? She's like, well, we can afford this. I'm like, you're in.
You're doing your own makeup? Fine.
Yeah.
I said, that's what I said. You're doing, no, her cousin's going to do her makeup. I said, bring it. And they were great. They were on set and they were pleasant. And I kept messing with the mom, Ashley, and it was like, I'm like, are you freaking every time I look at her, she's like, I'm like, trust me, I'm going to kick you out of here if you're not smiling. This is a Black Ave set, and if you're not smiling, there's something wrong. You gotta go.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, and she fit the part, and I didn't really want to get a lot of her, but then it was too right. Like we throw her in shots here, shots there. I'm like, yeah, when you got it, you got it.
Yeah, she was. That first time it cut over, I'm like, they really got her in this.
Yeah.
Like I was blown, and then I'm looking through the credits. I'm like, I don't see her name anywhere. I'm like, who the fuck did they get? Like that was just that makeup job was perfect.
Yeah, she does a really good job with that. She's I think she does a bunch of cons doing that makeup and all, so she runs around doing that as cosplay.
I've seen her at a convention or two.
Yeah.
And the wave was like perfect. It's like, because she started waving like this. I'm like, slow it down. Like, just do like this.
Yeah.
And then Cliff's sitting there going, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah. It was great. You know, Clifton, he was on point with everything he had to do.
Yeah.
That's such a hard role to step into because it's all body language. There's nothing. Like you're mute. You have nothing to say. So he's communicating with the horn and all the different props that he's got. So like it was not easy to do, I'm sure. He did great at it. Everybody that had to counter him was amazing.
You saw that, you understood everything that he was doing, and you knew his emotion because you could see it in his body language.
Yeah.
And he sold every bit of that character.
Even the disappointment of, and most of all, no killing.
The animations that were thrown into each one of those points,
Yeah.
it was good to kind of break away to
Yeah.
go to that animation of what he's thinking.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we wanted to do. We originally
That's a cheap way to clean out the blood, huh?
Yes. We originally planned to have it where this is like his thought process. Like, oh, I really want to kill this fucking kid that's being annoying at this party.
Yeah.
And actually, have us kill the kids.
So he fantasizes it.
Instead,
Yes.
it's because he doesn't want to lose the job. He needs a job. You know, he's a party clown now. But yeah, it was too much. There was way too many people there and way too much. We probably could have done some of the kills. We tried to do one. I fucked up and didn't press record on the camera for one of the kills that we did. So I was like, dude, I don't even have that kill. He's like,
But you still got a money shot out of it, so.
yeah, we still got the money shot. That's all that matters.
I mean, and like I said, once everything was done, and then we came up with the cartoon idea. If we known we were going to do the cartoons, we would have made arts like when Fart was thinking about the killings. Like we just had to intercut. Like we would probably had more of a like this,
Yeah.
when you got
An
that-
emotional scene.
yeah, like
where
the head
he
the head
pulled
go
out
up and then
of
it goes to the cartoon. Like
The idea for the cartoon came after it was all shot.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Believe it or not, the cartoons was probably the most expensive part of the whole movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Food was expensive. Food wasn't cheap. I think we ordered like a pizza place nearby. Got like, I don't know, chicken parm or
tons
something.
of different things.
Some pasta.
I said people don't like. We feed people. Well, on our sets, we feed people. Sometimes it might be a little bit late. Depends on who's cooking, but
If somebody's cooking, yeah, definitely gonna be late for sure. no jab men, but they know who they are.
yeah. Hey,
I mean, if it's what I'm thinking, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it is good, but it takes a while. It takes a lot longer than you're expecting.
instead of, and most times when you're on set with us, if we're at Airbnb, you're probably going to get breakfast, right?
Yep.
I mean, I don't mind waking up. I wake up early any fucking way. So generally, I wake up, I'll start cooking eggs and sausage and bacon, and even I'll cook bacon shirtless, as it's been thrown out there tons of times.
No idea what you're talking about.
Shirtless
yeah.
Ron cooking bacon.
But that's
Haunted.
we want people to enjoy themselves.
It's not like he's turning it with his dick.
I don't know. I'm not watching. Just watching his nipples get harder as the grease splatters on him. I'm like, dude, come on. No.
Oh, I can't.
Are those
Well,
blisters? No, they are erect nipples.
So this came out. You put it out 4 months ago. You already got 135,000 views on YouTube for this.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected it to like trend a little bit, but I'm like, it was like less than a week. I'm like, where the fuck did all this come from? I'm like, I don't care. Like I said, I stopped looking at that shit. I don't even care anymore, because if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Our content's out there. You want to watch it, watch it. If you don't like it, let us fucking know, because we don't know how to fix what's not broken.
Yeah.
And like I said, when we released the trailer, the teaser for Within the Cracks, I sent a copy to Steve Barton. I'm like, I want you to be honest with me. And then he called me up. He's like, Ron, I can only be brutally honest. I said, he's like, you might not like what I tell you, but it's the truth. And he ripped, I wouldn't say he ripped it apart. He's like, you need to fix
He was
this.
blunt. He was very
Yeah.
blunt about what he thought, his
He's
thoughts
like,
on it.
It's my opinion, but I've been in the business for a long time, and I've seen good and I've seen bad, and I know what people like to look at. He's like, fix this, fix this, fix this. I would do this, but he goes, you know, it's for 2 years in the business, this is good. Like, I wouldn't expect somebody of 2 years to look, you know, something like this to look like that. And like I said, we just keep getting better because we just finished shooting. They're not ours, but we just finished 2 full features in the last month and a half. So, I mean, he was right there with us for both of them. It was
Great.
I'm not talking.
Don't get the other one.
I'm not going to say it. All right. Yes, we finished 3 features in the last month and a half. We really didn't have that much to do with the one though.
Yeah, we're there. We're
we
moral support.
We shot The Itinerant, which is a Daniel John Kearney movie, in Connecticut. We had a very, very small, unpaid crew. And
Put it that way.
It was bare budget. Like,
Yeah,
we shot this whole movie. I don't even want to I don't want to throw numbers out there, but it was
super low budget.
It was supposed to be $10,000, and it was a little bit more than that because we ran into some problems. But it's going to be good if it's cut. Which I know the guy doing the editing, he's going to do a good job with it. Like I said, look, we heard about T.J. Robinson, which is the guy who was the main DP of The Itinerant, and he shot him a found footage movie called The Last Footprint, which me and Chris saw at a film festival up in New York.
Yeah, Dan premiered it at a film festival. Daniel John Kearney, he was there, and he's like, "Come on, you guys gotta come watch this with us. Gotta come watch it with us." And we get to watch it, and he's like, "I want you to tell me exactly what you think of this." And we laid into it.
And I'm on when like I said, I don't like to blow smoke up people's asses because I don't want it blowing up mine. And I'm like, okay, Dan, I've got a problem with this. I've got a problem with this. I've got a problem with this. And he's like, and right, not realizing that I'm going to be working with TJ in a month.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, well, the guy that shot this is shooting The Itinerant. I'm like, okay, then I guess I'll tell him the same thing. But you know, it was all. Once I see something and it's etched in my head, expect to get fucked with for the rest of your life. All right. It wasn't an issue with the movie. It was an issue with the platform it was streamed on.
They streamed it through YouTube on like the wireless inside the building, and it caused a bunch of issues, especially with the projector inside of a hotel room. There were issues with the YouTube stream. The sound was off, so it was out of sync.
That's terrible.
Looked overexposed.
There were scenes where like it was washed out with white.
Yeah,
like,
it was all white.
All you could see was like an outline of a face and a body, and
Like silhouetted almost.
Was this a short?
No,
or
it's a
is
feature.
It's a full feature.
Okay.
It's out. You can watch it. It's actually not bad if you're a Bigfoot person.
If you like found footage and you're Bigfoot, it's a good movie. And so we told Dan, we're like, dude, it's overexposed. Like, you got a bunch of scenes that are overexposed. And he's like, no, it's just the way it's shown.
So he called TJ, right? Like as soon as he's done with us, he called TJ up and like, oh my god, blah blah blah, right? And then when I got to, me and TJ met each other like before anybody else. Like, I was at the Airbnb and he showed up, and he's like, so you watched The Last Footprint? I was like, yeah. He's like, tell me about it. I'm like, dude, it was so fucking overexposed. Like, I don't know what you did, but all I saw was white. Like, the whole movie is like nothing but washed out noise. And he's like, oh my god. Like, and after that, is every time he's shooting something, I'm like, yo, just make sure the lighting's okay. Okay, make sure it's not overexposed. But I know we had him, and I knew we didn't have any issues. But it's like some of the shots that we I guess when we got to that, we weren't prepared for a lot of what Dan had prepared, like the way he wanted things shot, because everything we did was on Zoom calls. And this was Dan's first directorial debut, and I was the assistant director. And Dan,
it was a learning experience.
Dan had a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't want to. He's a great guy, really good ideas, but sometimes being an actor and being a filmmaker, they're two separate things.
Mhm.
Because an independent actor, most of the time they don't know what lenses do, what the camera can see, what lighting projects onto the camera. It's a whole bunch of stuff that unless you've done it several times, you don't know. Like, So you can say, shoot this. And then everybody looks at each other and goes, how do you want us to shoot it? He's like, I just want it, like this. And we're like, that's not how a camera works, right? Like it's in certain points it became like a joke, not like making fun, but that's me. I will bust your fucking balls, your stones, until the day that you die. Even though everything's good and fine and dandy, I'll be like, oh damn, remember when we were shooting that? Talk about shit, right? And that's just me. I like fucking with people, and everybody, like, once you get to know me, you know that that's the way I am. I'll fuck with you, and like me and him, we'll fucking fuck with each other all the time, and I know I can take it because he can take it too. So he fucks with me just as much as I fuck with him.
I mean, you're Gen X, so that's just part of the DNA.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
but it's like it's hard when someone's trying to, I understand their vision, but sometimes your vision, like, I'm the assistant director. I'm trying to, like, not take control, but I have to take control.
You're kind of forced to.
I'm like, and it's good that you have a group of people that are working together, that everybody's opinion counts. So it's like, how do we do this? Well, if we do this, how do we do this? We do this, and just like, go do your thing. We'll take care of this. I mean, for what we spent on everything for the itinerant, when this is done and this comes out, it's dark and disturbing. And I mean, Chris,
we all became very trauma bonded throughout the filming of that. And it wasn't any one thing or any series of things. It just, it's when you're filming together and you're stuck together for 9 days straight doing the same thing over and over again, you're just going to get to this experience, and it's great. The Last Footprint is not overexposed. We got to see the proper YouTube clip, and it was fine. There was no issues.
There were a couple of issues, but they're
very, very minute issues on the one that we were supposed to see at the hotel. Just to clear that up in case anybody sees this.
But still,
we still fuck with TJ,
like when TJ
on the daily about this shit.
He'll post something, I'll be like, name one thing about me.
Oh God, the other day.
Yeah, he goes, one word about me.
You had to describe me in one word. And I thought it as soon as I saw the post, and Ron comes to me later that day, he's like, did you see what I posted? I was like, I can only imagine what you posted. And he's like, overexposed. I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Because that's just how it is now. Like, once
what's
you get
one
that
word
thing,
to describe me?
overexposed. That's it. That's how it's going to be. But like I said, we're all bonded from an experience where we're living together in an Airbnb. Almost strangers coming together and being forced to cook with each other, live with each other, work with each other all day through thick and thin. And by the end of it, you become a little family. So you're going to jab each other all the time. We all do it back and forth. Nobody's immune to it. So I think that's all just part of the joy of what you get to experience on a film set when you're doing that. And then obviously, dealing with Dan. Dan's a great guy. We all love Dan. Dan, being his directorial debut and being the lead actor, I think is where the issues probably came from. Is just like it's tough to do. Anybody who's a lead actor is going to have a hard time, let alone trying to direct at the same time. So it's an undertaking that I don't think many people are suited for until you've done 1,000 movies almost. Like, I'm sure even the best people out there are going to have a hard time. I was watching a thing today about Tropic Thunder. They had a hard time because Ben Stiller, playing the lead in that movie, had a hard time telling people when to cut because he's also
in the scene.
Scene yelling cut. So they were getting confused, like, when are we supposed to cut? Like, are we actually cutting here? He's yelling cut. Should we cut? So they had to come up
not only on top of that, but you're in a movie where you're making a movie.
Yeah, it's so meta in itself, yeah, especially the director. Like, the director just yelled cut. I think we should cut. And he's like, don't cut. Like, how do you get out? You can't even get out of that. It's so impossible to do. So it's not an easy task. And Dan has done it twice now. And, the final product is going to tell you everything you need to know about both of those projects.
Like I told him, you only get better as long as you learn what's going on around you. You can only get better. I mean, I've got no training at any of this shit. Like, none of it. Me or him, no training.
And it shows.
All self.
Hey, Eddie Van Halen didn't have any formal training.
I mean, we've got people coming to us going, we need help with this. We need help with this. Help. How do I do this? How do I do that?
I can't even help myself.
I'm like, dude, when did we become like the go-tos of independent filmmaking? But like I said, I don't mind I'll teach anybody anything. If you come to me and say, I got a problem with this, how can I fix it? If I know or I can help, I'll help you. But I'm like,
let me call Chris real quick.
Dan.
Unless it's about how to make more blood.
Yeah, he's got that down pat for sure.
But I'm like, when Itinerant does come out, it is going to be, I mean, I was the AD and I was special effects. Like I did all the blood effects in there and all the special effects, and walking into something where you're like supposed to do this stuff and you're being told one thing and then you get there and you're like, how the fuck is this going to work?
Oh, so it's bad when other people change shit up.
It's not even the changing it up.
It's when you say, we're shooting here, this is the way it's going to go. I don't need that much. I just need this. And then you get there and you're looking around going, this ain't going to fucking work. Because you don't have, like, when you do special effects, you can, like I said, Chris, he dabbles in special effects also. He's like another jack of all trades. But when you get there and you look around, you're like, there's only so much I can do with limited resources and no time. So you do the best you can. Some of the effects in Itinerant are really good considering what we had to work with. I think the shower scene for what he wanted.
Oh, I think the shower
is going to be great.
Going to be great. There's some
Todd's kill, unless TJ can do something with a little bit of VFX.
I think it'll be fine. I think it's.
The gunshot, that was fucking right on point.
The entire story is Dan's story. It's something he created, and it's. I think the main reason why most of us joined in and we're like, I don't care if I get paid for this, is because the story is so fucking good. It is. I mean, I read it and I was like, I'll do anything to be on here. Like, I want to be a part of this. It is told properly, and it's different than a lot of other things that you've seen out there, other movies that were created. It's not like many other things, and it's just dark, and it really plays on a lot of different emotions, and you're really not sure where it's going to go throughout the whole thing and how it's going to play out. So the things that we managed to film on tight days and tight locations and unique spots, they're all there. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. It's really good.
I'm going to throw this out there because I think this is, like I said, I was AD, so I had to come up. I did the schedule. So anyone can get pissed off at me for what we had to do, but we had
fuck you.
8 days. Dude, we had 8 days to do this. The script was 105 pages long. 8 days. All right. Multiple, like day one we were there. 4 locations. Four company moves. 4 company moves.
That's a little aggressive, isn't it?
And not even close. Like we weren't. Every spot was 30 minutes from the next one.
Holy shit!
Everything.
And that might what we shoot for like 14 hours that day.
Did you get all 4?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, let's not go into the mile walk into the woods.
You're like, oh, it's not that far. It's right down.
It's just it's like a 10-minute walk.
We park and we walk to the river.
All our gear.
A mile.
All the gear.
A mile in a trail in a park.
What the fuck?
Yeah, back and forth. By the time we got there, we were parched. Yeah. We're like, we need water, so we had to send somebody back to go grab water. When he came back with 1 bottle.
We're like, that's not gonna work.
You get a sip. You get a sip.
Pass the cap around. Here you go.
Well, like I said, that's the sacrifices you do for something you believe in, and it was aggressive. And I know the way me and him shoot a movie, and time restraints they don't mean shit. Like how long is it going to take to film this movie? We shot the Malachi next. That's another Dan John Kearney movie. All right, that's a monster movie. I can't even describe the monsters. All right, I couldn't even tell.
I don't even think we're allowed to.
I don't even.
That's what I was going to ask. You can't, or you don't know how to explain
both.
it.
Both.
I don't quite know how to explain what that is.
But that shoot was, I was not the AD on that. I was second AD, and that shoot was supposed to be 13 days. I think they wrapped the day early, right? You guys wrapped the day early, and that's only because we shot both of Dan's movies. It was supposed to be 1 camera shoot. All right, 1 camera. We never use 1 camera. We're always 2. And I had to pitch that to Dan saying, we need to use 2 cameras. Luckily, when we shot the Malachi, the person that was DP, which is Jaron Lewis, I've worked with him. Me and Chris both worked with him before. He's a brilliant DP. And I know he's got multiple cameras. So I'm like, we're using his, we're not using ours. So we're like, All right, Jaren's got 2 Sony FX3s. So we're like, all right, we can shoot this with 2 cameras. Chris ran camera while he was there, and then he ran camera. The other Chris, Robin, ran camera when he left. So there's no way in hell we're finishing that movie with 1 camera, either of them. There's no way in hell.
Now, one camera shoot on either of those films never would have happened in the time frame we managed to do it in. Absolutely not.
This is the Malachi that was shot in Kentucky.
Correct. Yeah. Like I said, Kevin Ward did the special effects for the Malachi. All right, the special effects are good. Like, there's no doubt about it that when people watch this, they're gonna be like, "Holy crap!" The monsters were made up really good. Which, thank God, a collective got together and said, "This is the way we need to make the Malachi," and they look great. The special effects for the blood gags, fabulous. Like, one guy gets his flesh ripped off. You actually see that kind of in the shot. The second one, a guy gets gutted.
Don't reveal too much.
But you don't know. Like, but the special effects that Kevin did, brilliant, and he did them for not that bad of a price. And for anyone that doesn't know Kevin Ward, he actually worked on Swine and Dine. He was our special effects for Swine and Dine. He's the one who put the prosthetic on Mark, and he helped me with some of the blood gags. Yep. So yeah, that's why we knew who to go to. But the Malachi's got a pretty good cast. I mean, that's another reason we jumped on that. Like I said, and me and Chris actually that's the first time we ever got paid for a job.
Yeah, it's my first paid gig.
I'm like, yay! Thank God, we're actually in the film industry getting paid. But it was, I mean, the fact that we got to hang out with
Terry Kaiser
and Catherine Mary Stewart.
Yeah,
I got to pick her up at the airport. She's a doll. Like, love her to death. But Terry Kaiser is hilarious.
If you don't know who he is, he's Bernie Lomax in Weekend at Bernie's. He's also got a little part in Stream, right?
Yes, he does. But yeah,
and Dr. Cruz.
But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Terry was great. Terry's a
Jason
great guy.
7.
He doesn't mess around. When he's on set, he's all business.
I saw Andrew Hubacek. Who was
Hubastek, yeah.
Hubastek?
Yeah.
That's it. He was Zelda in Pet Sematary. And we had him on the show before.
Yep.
Dude, he's another one. He's
such a pleasant,
a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's like, Ron, could you help me? Like, if you know any conventions that are going on and you can get me in, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, he gave me, like, they were all cops. Chris Gudatero was the sheriff, and then Andrew played one of the cops. Kent Collins played one of the cops, and DJ played one of the cops, and Jay played one of the cops. But like I said, at the end of the shoot, Andrew walks up to me and he hands me the hat that he bought for the scenes, and he's like, "You want this? Does this fit?" I put it on. He's like, "Yeah, it fits. It fits pretty good." He's like, "It's yours." I'm like, "What just happened?" Andrew Hebestek just gave me his hat. He's like, "Yeah, dude, keep it. It's yours. I'm not going to take it. I got to take a plane home. I'm not flying back with this. It's yours." I'm like, "Oh shit!" But he's another one. Like, the more sets that I go to, the more people that I talk to, it opens up our pool of casting for future projects. And I'm like, these people are like,
they're legends.
And yeah, they're legends, and you're like, God, you're the nicest people. Like, yeah. And luckily for me and us, Andrew lives in New York.
Yeah.
So he's not far.
Yep.
So he's like, dude, if you ever, just call me. He gave me his phone number. So I'm like, you ever need anything, just call me up. I'm like, oh shit, check that out.
And Catherine Mary Stewart, she
lives in New York too. Yeah.
Yeah. She lives like Long Island, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I hear nothing. We've had Bob Heckman on as well, and she's involved with
Victim No More.
Victim No More.
And apparently they've become besties over the years. So
yeah,
oh my God, she's incredible.
I went to a convention and heard like an amazing story, like her doing a benefit for somebody just out of the kindness of her heart, and she was there to kind of speak at the benefit, and the guy was so emotional about it, and he was telling the story about I don't know why he just started talking about it, but he was talking about Catherine Mary Stewart and about how such an amazing person she was, and she was doing a benefit for them in Long Island, and she was a guest speaker and came out and signed some stuff, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good when these talented people who essentially from your childhood
you grew up watching Night of the Comet, right?
Yeah, you grew up watching these people, and you're like, wow, they're not assholes. This is awesome.
And you look at her now and you're like, you know what? I'm still in love with you. You know that, right? You watch her growing up and you're like, actually, you think about it, they're not that much older than I am. I'm like, what?
Right.
How did time catch up like that?
And Dave and I, we covered Night of the Comet and we were talking about it, and it was just like,
Where did
why?
you go?
Like, where did she go? But it's like, why was it not her, and why was it Julia Roberts? You know, because she had that look. She looks great. She's still beautiful, and she's an amazing person. It was just like, what happened? I mean, she was in Weekend at Bernie's, right?
Yeah.
She played the girlfriend in
Yep.
that. But in the 90s, like, you didn't see her in a lot of stuff other than different appearances on different shows or different, small roles in movies.
And wasn't it,
stuff.
she just kind of walked away or something? I think I heard.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not so much she got like blacklisted or
Right. It's just kind of crazy because she
It
was
just
actually a
sounds
good
like
talent that it's just like, wow, that I'm surprised we didn't see her in a lot more. And then we ended up covering, Victim No More and watching that and Bob, putting that together and building a relationship and her being a part of that filming too. So,
Well, like I said, this journey that we're on is like, I tell everybody, like I said, when we had Ginger on and everything, like I said, everybody knows who Ginger is, at least we all.
Ginger Lynn.
Yeah, Ginger Lynn. Like,
Anybody over the age of 35 knows
Like I said,
who fucking
dude,
Ginger is.
I grew up, like, I'm like, when you're in high school,
I worked at an adult, video store
No, you worked at a mom and pop store
that
with
had
an adult
with
section.
an adult section.
He wasn't
Behind the
working at a Red
scenes.
Barn
Got
or
it.
anything.
Hometown Video.
you would, in my wildest dreams, like, the 17-year-old me would have been like, there's no way in hell you're ever working. You're never going to be in a, like, that back then she wasn't making those kind of movies, but you're like, she's never going to be in a movie with me. Like, I'll never. And like, now she calls me up out of the blue. She's like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? How's everything? I'm like,
That's
hey, what's up, Ginge? She's like, I'm just, calling my favorite director. I'm like, what's going on?
Aw.
I'm like, look, you don't have to say that to butter me up. You're going to be in something else. She's like, oh no, I'm being honest. I'm like, all right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For us, it started like about 2 years ago when we first got Michael Levy on.
Mhm.
And we probably told you the story, but it was just a matter of somebody those guys work with were like, oh yeah, we know a guy who knows a guy who's like a cousin of one of the producers of Terrifier 2.
Mhm.
And it was like, all right, I mean, he's connected to the movie, we'll have him on. And then through him, that's when we got the introduction to that he was working on Stream. Of course, we became huge fanboys about that, but it was like hearing about the cast in that movie from just some Staten Island guy that
Yeah.
wants to make movies, and meeting you guys, going to the cons and stuff like that. It seems weird that even back in the days going to cons, you think about, oh, you meet these people and it's like, it's an honor just to meet them. But like in the last so many years, like they're tangible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have an idea and a good crew, you could make films with these people.
Mhm.
And it just seems like, especially with Ginger, anybody from like our age group, it's like, yeah. And now I could honestly say like, oh, I did a movie with Ginger Lynn.
Yeah.
Never met her in my life,
Yeah.
but
You're in a movie with her, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's crazy how life is, because like I said, dude, I started doing this when I was 54 years old. Who'd have fucking thought in a million years that I'd be making movies? I'm like, that's like a young kid's thing, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just like you wake up one day and be like, you know what? I helped out this movie, watched it. This all got started for me with Pretty Face. All right.
okay.
Pretty Face is a short off of All Hallows Eve Trickster, and Pretty Face was directed and written by Francesco De Pinto, and he was Clown Cafe Kid.
Yeah.
Terrifier 2.
Yeah,
Terrifier 2, yeah.
Terrifier 2.
Yeah. We met him in Blairstown.
Yeah.
Last year.
Nicest guy, and my son, Brody was a big Terrifier guy, so we were at Monster Mania, and all the Terrifier people were there. We didn't know that many then, but my son looks up and goes like, "That's him. That's Clown Cafe Kid number 3, right?" And he's like, I said, "Nah, that he just looks like him. He's in that costume contest." I'm like, "That's him. That's him."
That's just a really good cosplay.
And
No.
then he came. Then he's walking by. My son walks up to him and goes, "You're the Clown Cafe Kid from Terrifier 2." And he's like, "I am." He's like, "Yeah, I know it's a far stretch from the costume contest, right?" He's like, "This is why I played for real." But then, my son starts talking to him, and then it comes out. He's like, "I'm doing a movie, and I want you involved." He's like, "I got a Indiegogo up. If you really want to be, I'll put you in it as a part. Just have your dad." So I start talking to him like, "All right, this is cool. I don't mind paying $500 to have my son, thrown into a movie.
Mhm.
Sounds like a good idea. He wants to be a film star, so." We go there. He lives in Staten Island, so we drive up there, hang out. I'm like, okay, we get to work with Lauren Marie Taylor.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, okay, bonus. You know, she's the night you've met. You guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
Night,
Yes.
friggin' nice as hell. Like I said, all these people are like salt of the earth. Like you're like
The brown panties girl from Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yeah, yep. You were working with her. I'm like, damn, shit, we're in a movie with you know, people that were doing these like big movies. I'm like, shit. And then we're hanging out. We're down with the whole crew, the casting crew. We're like part of the family now. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. I'm like, it's pretty cool. Like, I want to do this again. Like me more than my son. Now I'm like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. Then I'm talking to Mike Levy, and he's like, you really want to try something? Get into The Boy from Below. He's like, I know the director for that. He's a good guy. You know, it's going to be probably a big hit. You know, check it out. So I checked it out and, you know, looked up Tori Jones and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool. I watched the first one, the Wicked one. I'm like, all right. Next thing you know, I'm throwing money at this. I got my son to work with Leah Voicey, who's the Clown Cafe girl, and
The singer.
The composer. And
yes, and a couple other, you know, people that were, you know, of course, Felissa Rose, and so I'm like, oh shit, I'm on set for that watching. And when I'm on set, I ask questions. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Of course, not the director, but I was talking to him a little bit. But the camera guy, the sound guy, you know, why do you do this? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? And, you know, this is pretty cool. And then I came back from that. I'm like, I fucking think we can do. I said, yo, Chris, I'm thinking about making a movie. You want to make one? He's like, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
It's just one day at work.
Yeah. I'm like, why the fuck not? He's like, oh, so you sure? He's like, yeah, we'll buy a cheap fucking camera, a couple fucking cheap ass lav mics, whatever, you know. Yeah, cool. I already got a script written. We're all good. Like I said, we'll shoot it at the convention. It's about a convention. People at the convention. That's what we are. So we'll just shoot ourselves.
Shoot what we know.
And then we shot it and we're shooting. We're like, oh my god, this is going to be so fucking awesome. This is going to be the greatest thing.
Eat your heart out, Kubrick.
This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm like, then he sits down and starts editing it. He's like, okay, I got to learn how to edit. He's like, I know the computer, so I'll figure this out. He starts editing them. He's like, all right, we can't hear nothing. I said, what do you mean you can't hear nothing? He's like, listen to it. It goes from, hey man, everything's good there. It's like, and I'm like, oh fuck. He's like, I can't clean that up. So it was like,
so you spent the next 6 weeks on ADR.
No, we did not do any ADR.
We have not. Okay, this is us. All right. We may know things are fucked up, but we're not fixing shit right now. It's not that important to us to waste time and money go back fixing something that I'm like, you know, all right. So Chris is like, I can fix it up. We asked American Grimm that if we could use some of their music, and next thing you know, the whole fucking album is in the movie. It's like, that's the whole soundtrack, is that whole album.
Yep. And
it sounds good, and I watch it for the fucking music now. I'm like,
it's more of a music video than anything else now.
I was just gonna say
all that is an ode to Monster Mania.
Yeah.
Like I said, people walking around, the vendors. You know, we were smart enough not to take the cameras into the big room and get the celebrities, because God knows we didn't want any fucking problems.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had fun. And then after we shot that, it was like, we got to do more. And then after he's like, dude, this sucks. This fucking sucks. The picture shit. The fucking sound shit. The fucking, I can't cut it together right. We fucked this up. We fucked that up. He's like, I can make it the best I can make it. I'm like, then do it.
We're using like digital camcorders, which are fine. There's nothing wrong with those. But then we're trying to interweave cell phone footage because like certain angles didn't work right, or some people didn't know we were filming, and the actors
we're trying to hide. So we were like this a lot. Like,
yeah. We didn't want to get caught, you know, trying to run scenes inside of a convention lobby floor.
We didn't bring enough waivers for everyone.
We didn't ask permission or anything. We're just in there. We're just gonna shoot it here and see what happens.
Just winged it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what we did.
You know, and we had fun doing it. Like,
we did. Everybody that was involved seemed to have a good time. We didn't go too ridiculous on anything. We got the kills that we wanted to.
You know, and if you do watch it, there are some funny scenes in there. Like, even like there's a scene in there where we're all like in a circle jerk. We're all bullshitting with each other. Right?
Oh, in the lobby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's me, Chris, Jessica, Andrew, Montavious.
Oh, jeez.
And we're all bullshitting. And, you know, we're making fun of Jessica because she always loses the costume contest because she always wears the same shit.
Yeah.
For like 8 years she wears the same
As long
shit.
as we've known her, it's been like she's got
So-
like 3 or 4 good costumes.
and it was good that she was lighthearted enough to like, okay, yeah, cool. I get it. I do get it, right? And then the whole time, our friend Andrew is in the back, and he thinks we're being for real. Like, he didn't know we were filming this shit. He's like, yeah, man, we're like, and it's perfect. It's like fucking, we couldn't have scripted this shit.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's like,
We have it
Dude.
recorded where he's like, wait, was that the take? Did we actually record that? And we're like, yeah. He's like, oh, I fucked up then, didn't I? I was like, no, it's fine. We're good. We got what we needed. You played it
Guerrilla
off.
style.
You have no idea what you were doing. He was, yeah, he was hilarious. You know, first, you know, some of these people don't know what they're doing. We definitely don't know what we're doing. It's not like we're running with a slate and a whole crew or anything. We're just going,
Slate?
you ready to go? Are we ready to film? Yeah, I've been recording for 5 minutes. What have you been doing?
Hurry up, my iPhone's got 2 gigs left.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm running out of storage
Just
here.
so everybody knows, we generally start with a slate.
Yes.
The first scene
in the box, in the car.
The first
where it
scene,
is.
the first scene is always slated. Then, for some strange reason,
We forget where we put it.
we don't have a dedicated person to do that shit.
Even if we had the slate, we don't know what to write on it. What scene is this? We didn't write this scene in the script. This doesn't even exist.
I'm better at that now. I've actually got a
You've
program
learned.
that does that.
So for
Learned along
Within
the
the
way.
Cracks, there's going to be a credit for Slate Wrangler.
Generally, it's second AC, but
We did have a slate on Within the Cracks
Yes,
sometimes.
we did
for the narration portion, yes.
Yes,
for the
we
ginger
did.
Stuff.
We did realize the importance of a slate to an extent, being on these 2 features that we were on, or especially when you got somebody that's been to film school and shit that knows the way it's supposed to go. That goes, first you hit sound, then you hit camera, then you slate.
Don't
So,
worry.
so
We're gonna
all right.
pan up. Don't worry.
All right,
I'm panning up, okay?
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, stop doing that. Okay, just so everybody knows, you don't pan up. It's a tilt. But you can fuck with certain people and say, I'm going to pan up, and they start not
Losing
fucking
their
all
pan.
mind.
right. So yeah, now I got to slightly nerd out a little bit. So all right. So what's the significance of sound having to be up before?
Okay, the first thing when you're, see, I don't edit. I'm starting to, but it's for when you're slating a scene, you slate to the sound for the slate, the clap.
Yeah.
Like what you'll hear people clap sync too if they don't have a slate.
Yeah.
All that does is it syncs when you're editing. It syncs the
video.
the narration to the. With that, it's a lot fucking easier. Trust me. Like, we had a scene that we shot with Ginger, and luckily we slated because Chris is like, the sound on this one is shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a close up and a wide, and when we didn't have the mic on, where it wasn't great. No, we didn't have any sound
On one camera.
on one camera.
The one camera did pick up sound, and we had to use that sound
So we
because
yeah,
the audio
so we had to sync.
recorder wasn't recording
We had
properly.
to sync that, and since we had the slate sound, once we found the slate and we're ready to take one click, we just put the sync in with that, and it lined up perfectly.
Okay.
So I mean,
But how you were saying sound then video then like is that
yes,
actually
he's the one. He taught us that on Itinerant or Malachi. He's like, first you like, because he, like I said, he's that guy. Like, if there's anything technical,
You schooled them, Chris.
yeah, he's like, he's like,
No, he didn't go to film school, but he's been on films enough.
He's like I said, he's got the theater background, so he's been since he was a kid, growing up with being like
Yeah.
in theatrics and being on sets. So it's like, first you do like we're little kids because like this is what
Yeah.
we don't. Rules are meant to be broken, and we don't really go by.
Right.
It's like first you sound, the slate's in there, you sound, then roll, and then slate. And it's like that's the reason that you've always got sound before you've got picture.
Right. You need a start.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, it's good. That's how we learn, by people telling us what we're fucking up doing. But like I said, and it's great because now that we've got, like, he'll probably bust our like I'll bust his balls now. Like Chris said, he's like, okay, we're gonna pan up on this because certain people are like, that's not
Wrong
what-
term.
that's
You're not
not what
allowed to use that.
that's not what it's
you
called.
do. You don't pan up.
But that's just, like I said, that's our style. And like, look, those are the 2 features that we were heavily involved in, like from start to finish.
Ran the full Kickstarter for the Malachi. So we were in charge of that. for Dan so that he can get some additional funding in place for that.
Which
And then-
we're about ready to run a post-production for.
Yeah, if you ever set up a phone call with him.
Look, I've got my own shit to worry about right now.
I know. But so we're doing post-production Kickstarter on that as well to raise some more funds for that, because we still need to pay for
Editing,
sound design, score, all that good stuff on the back end, because it costs money to do this stuff. I mean, as much as we like to say it doesn't, that's because we do all the work. When other people who don't do the work themselves, they got to hire somebody, and people don't, believe it or not, people don't work for free. Not enough of them anyways.
Let me see. These are just two, and then came a Rainbow, which I don't even know when that wrapped. In February, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was in the
Like
winter
February.
time.
And right after that, then we just shot Awake in the Dark, both by
Diane.
Diane.
Clayton.
Yep.
Which Chris was on that. I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, we've been busy, and like I said, for next year, I'm very, very much trying to limit the amount of outside work we do. If we do any, it'll be for certain things,
Certain people, certain things.
like we're shooting Vampires in New Jersey pilot July 26th and 26th.
Something like that.
So what is that, a series or?
It's
Because I remember hearing about it
it's-
in the context of like a festival or a con.
So Alton Simpson created a comic book, graphic novel called Vampires in New Jersey, and
Okay.
a couple other series as well that are all linked in the same universe. He also runs a convention called Vampires in New Jersey,
Okay.
which he's had a couple of those, I think 3 or 4.
it's
You
gonna be
guys,
his fourth-
yeah, and you guys participated in
And
it.
we've been a part of that a couple times.
The last one, didn't they just do that in like Mount Laurel?
Yes,
or
that's
something?
where he's
Okay.
going to have it from now on in Mount Laurel.
Okay.
So he wants to turn his graphic novel into something.
Okay.
Where it goes past this proof of concept
It was
pilot thing
it was
is
supposed
up
to
in
be
the air.
a film. At first, it was supposed to be a film, but films cost money, and then it was supposed to be a
Proof of
series. Yeah, it's like a
concept.
proof of concept, a series. Which now it's probably going to be. He wants to make it a series and turn it into a film. So we're shooting. Right, what we're shooting now is kind of like a prequel to the comic book. So-
He's flexible on whatever whatever he can sell to somebody to give him money to make more of it. He's down for it. So if it's got to be verticals, then he'll go verticals. If it's going to be a series, he'll do a series. If he wants to be movies and somebody's willing to pay him, he'll do whatever. It's the content's there to do anything. I mean, he's got a ton of content to utilize. It's good content. It's vampires versus the mob. It's awesome, right?
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, right? It makes sense. It's fun. It's good.
And he was offered a deal for the comic book for, I guess, a Hollywood producer wanted to buy it, but he wanted to take it out of New Jersey. He wanted to take all the New Jersey out of the story.
He rewrote it and tore it to pieces and made it completely different than what it was.
He's like,
So
this
he's
is
like,
what
I'm
I
not
wanted.
doing
He's
that.
like, this is what I want it to be. And he's like, then it's not Vampires in New Jersey. So no, you can't do that. So he actually pulled the deal out and just like, I'll do it myself.
Most people will just buy it outright and then make the changes after you've already sold it off.
Yeah.
Right. But
Which is one of the big benefits of this whole like indie boom in the last couple of years, and especially with like we were saying, the YouTubers. This is the era of the YouTubers
Yep.
putting shit out. So it's it's good to see that enough people are finding ways of getting their shit out there without having to go through the Hollywood system.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, we know how rough. Well, we don't. Well, I say we know. We know nothing about distribution right now, except that it's, from what I've heard, it's
Ass.
yeah, it's
No,
it's all. The filmmaker generally gets nothing out of the deal,
Yeah.
except their film out for people to see, which they make no money off of. So it's hard to make more movies without something to fund them.
Yeah.
And like I said, we talk about this all the time. We're like indie to the core, to where I'm like, oh, fuck it, we'll just buy our own Blu-rays and sell our own shit, however we have to, and we'll put it on YouTube before I sell out to somebody saying, hey, we'll take 70%, the agent will take 15, and you'll get stuck for 15%. So I get 15% of my own movie.
Yeah.
That's not even worth it. I can make more than that selling Blu-rays out of the back of my truck.
Yep.
so within the cracks, how long is this? Are you planning on this feature being? This has got to be your longest feature, right, to date that you're going to be
It's-
putting together?
The longest
No.
Black Ave.
Black Ave
Yeah,
feature.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Could be 2.5 hours. We're not sure yet.
It's look. It started off
We're still
as
filming.
It started off as Fragmented Mind being its own thing. All right, and then
Because that confused me when you guys were in last time and you kept pushing Fragmented Mind, and you were talking about like an anthology and all, and then fast forward a few months, and it's like, wait, which is which? Which is the movie? Which is the segment?
Fragmented Mind was supposed to be a standalone short, and then I had the ideas for the other segments, and they all kind of like wrapped around the same kind of like
Concept.
mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't like saying this. I mean, it's all female driven. Like
Mhm.
the whole movie's female driven, which
Female leads.
it's
all
it's
throughout.
it's hard. Like I can't portray the female persona. I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but,
I was gonna say.
but it's like I'm writing for women, but when the women get the scenes and the women come in and act for it, like I said, it becomes theirs. Like Sam did such an amazing job because I kind of wrote I had Fragmented Mind set up for a male,
Mhm.
and when I talked to Sam, she said she was looking for a movie with a military, with a military background because she's got a little bit of a military background. So I'm like,
Okay.
I said, I've got something. I can change it from a male to a female, change a couple of the dynamics on the inside of the film, and it's about PTSD. And she's like, I have that. I'm like, okay. So you understand? She's like, oh, trust me, I understand the whole aspect of PTSD. So I'm like, looks like I just found my actress. And then that's how it happens. And then we knew the other Sam Shumo, and I'm like, she'd be perfect for this middle one because she can really act. For independent, she's top notch.
There's something that I'm in the process of writing, and I don't have, I have very little exposure to people acting. She blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
The way she could just be sitting there like, all right, you guys ready? And action. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely believe she was like freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that fucked me up so hard. And it's a tiny part of something I have in mind, but seeing the way she could turn on the emotions, I'm like, I need to call her.
Like I said,
one day.
I kind of wrote that for her
Yeah.
with her in mind. And that's the way, like, if my friend, like people that I know, I love writing for other people because that puts me in their mindset. I'm like, if I make this the right way, they'll fucking kill this scene.
Yeah.
Right? And originally we had Written in Blood was supposed to be Jessa. And when I wrote it, we were thinking about her because of the, she is a really good actress, but the nude scenes, we have no nudity in any of our movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone's like, we need more tits and ass. We want to see tits and ass. I'm like, granted, in the 80s, that's all you saw was like tits and ass in movies. I'm like,
You got Mark's nipples and
Yeah.
Swine in Time.
All 6 of them.
yeah.
That doesn't count, Dave.
I'm like,
Tits are tits.
okay, it works. Like we can do it. I'm like, I know Jessa will do it because we've seen Crackoons. So I'm like, we reached out to her. She's like, yeah, but I'm busy, so we got to schedule it perfectly. I'm like, well, I'm not scheduling shit because then you got to schedule airfare, and if something falls through, then you're fucked for the airfare.
Mhm.
I'm like, then she got busy, and then she got her grandmother.
Got sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we're just
yeah.
like, I'm not waiting. I'm for somebody else. And then I gave the script to, which I already talked to Ginger about doing this.
Mhm.
And then when I mentioned that I was looking for another actress to play this part, she referred me to Rebecca. And she's like, she'll be perfect for it. So I'm like, okay, I don't really know who she is. This is before I knew who she was.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, she's in Vegas. She's just like me. She started in the industry like me. I'm like, okay, a porn star. Okay, adult actress. I've got no issues with that.
Yeah.
Right? So then, I look her up. I'm like, there's another one. I used to watch all her fucking movies. Like on
Skinamax.
Yep. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that movie. I know that one. I know that one. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what the hell, man? And then I sent her a copy of the script, and then she called me up. She's like, how did you write this? I'm like, what do you mean? I just wrote it. I didn't write it for
I
you.
grabbed the laptop.
Yeah, she's like, no, you don't understand. She's like, this is me. I said, what do you mean this is you? She's like, I read this part in here where the mom's like rubbing her fingertips on the forearms. I'm like, yeah. She's like, my mom did that to me when I was little. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That's crazy.
That phrasing sounds so filthy. My mother did that to me.
I'm like, and I'm like, are you
It's a very dark scene, and until you see the movie or read the script, you don't quite understand what he's saying. But it's an emotional point in the film where she's like reminiscing about the way her mother would help comfort her, and we just came up with this idea. We're trying to work something out with the scene that we're doing, and I was like, well, what if like she's imagining that her mom's just caressing the inside of her forearm just to try and console her or comfort her in a way. And then he sent the script to Rebecca, and she's like, that's what my mom did. And I was like, he told me that a few days later. I was like, are you shitting me? Like, that's crazy. That it's either definitely meant to be, or we're just psychic or something. I don't know.
The ideas that come out of our heads are and it's not even like we have to think about it. Like I said, if you watch my YouTube channel, the shit that I've got on there, it's me just, okay, I want to film something.
You're fucking around.
Let me just do it. And most of the things are just me by myself, which I've got better at editing because I've kind of like, Chris, how do I do this? Chris, how do I do this? He's like, okay, this is how you do it. You pick up your phone and you go to YouTube and you look for it. I'm like, you dick. But it's the truth, because you can find everything. Like, there's some things that YouTube won't show you. Like, I had to call up the other day. I'm like, how do you decrease the volume, but not the whole volume? Like, I wanted to go to be normal and then drop down. Yeah. And then come back up.
Was it like, envelope or something?
I don't know what it's called, but I walked him through.
He's like, go to this. I'm like, okay, I got it. He's like, okay. Which he probably didn't think. He's like, there's no fucking way he gets this.
I mean, I went through it very slowly, but I don't even have my computer in front of me, so I'm just going. I'm closing my eyes and envisioning. Okay, this is what you do. You click there, you do this. Don't forget to do this, and I guess just because I went just slow enough for you, you got it. No, it's not. Some of the things are not super difficult. They're just like inconveniently placed in applications where it's like, why is this so hard, until you see it and then you're like, oh, that's not hard at all.
No, I think we was at work and JC was pushing me to make a horror movie at work to get there was a contest going on with our company about a Halloween contest. So he's like, we should do this movie and I need you to figure out how to film it. And I was like, all right. So what did I do? I went to YouTube and I figured out how to use on the iPhone and use an iMovie. Did the movie that I did, and it was like 5-7 minutes long, whatever it was. But after sitting there playing with it and learning how to use iMovie at the time, when that's the only thing I had, I wasn't going and buying a camera just specifically for this, for something to submit. You learn everything through picking up on YouTube or just playing with the app in general, and then you can figure out, oh, I can
or
play
you
with it.
fuck up a lot.
Yeah, you fuck up. And then I got voluntold, as probably Chris does multiple times, is just that, hey, we're going to do this one now. Now I need you to film this. I need you to edit it. I need you to get it right away. I need to send it to this person.
Look, I do throw a lot on Chris. I mean, because he's like I said, I know he can handle like everything that I throw at him, but I don't want him that's why I want to try to learn some of this shit, so at least I can say I can do this. Like I told him, I'm like, look, I'm learning editing right now, so the footage that we do get, if you want to give it to me, I can label it, so at least when you go into it, you're like, okay, this is
some of the prep out of the way, and then he just,
because trust me, I know how fucking difficult that is. Going through it, labeling it is a pain in the fucking nuts.
Because you got to work full time, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a family, you have kids.
Yep.
You got to keep the wife happy and make sure you take care of everything at the house, everything that needs to be done. And then, oh, by the way,
don't forget you got to edit this.
You got to edit this, and then and then sometimes you'll get involved, and you're so involved into the editing and you're working and you're staying focused because now you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And now it's like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
That's definitely him.
He knows if I come to work at like 6 o'clock in the morning, it's because I didn't go to sleep the night before. And then that usually means I was up doing something tech related, editing.
If you're at work at 6 o'clock, that means you turned off the laptop at 5 and splashed some water in your face.
Pretty much. I just got dressed for the day and went straight to work. If I'm at work at 8 o'clock, that means I had a regular night.
I do throw a lot at him, like quick too. It's like he knows. I'm like, when we first got into this, we were known as quick. Like, nobody will shoot, edit, and get it out faster than us. Like, we're not the greatest at any point of this shit, but it's watchable. Like you can watch it and be like, okay, most people be like, I don't see anything wrong with this.
Mind you, they were 2 and 3 minute long videos that were filming and getting out quickly.
I mean, those.
But yes, they were very easy
But still, I mean, we've done the 37-hour challenge a couple of times. The first time we didn't get taken, but it's if you have 37 hours to shoot and edit a movie, and you can shoot it in 2, where's the issue? The issue
90% of your time's post.
Okay. No, okay. When we shot Happy Birthday, we
Happy
had
Anniversary.
Happy Anniversary. What's a Happy Birthday?
Yeah.
When we shot Happy Anniversary, we had an idea what we wanted to do. We got the idea. They told us what we had to do, and we're like, these motherfuckers. They threw a fucking monkey wrench in our shit. But good, I'm glad they did, because it makes us think on our feet. We came up with something quick. It was New Jersey HorrorCon weekend, right? So Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we get the email saying, this is what you guys got to do. It's got to be in by 11 p.m. Sunday night, edited and all this kind of shit. We had Sam Sciumo and Mark Haynes as the lead characters. Mark was at the con. He had a table at the con. So obviously, from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock to when the con stops, there's nothing you can do.
And this is on this 37-hour clock at this point.
Oh yeah.
And it's 9 hours. You're already behind the 8 ball. 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then once Mark gets done, he's got to eat before he can do anything because he's starving.
He's a big dude, too.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right,
You kill a couple chickens
grab
and
some
feed
food.
him.
So, we're at the convention. He door dashes. You're door dashing during a convention to a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It took an hour and a half for the food to get there. So now we're at 8:30. The food comes, he grabs it, we roll. It's 9 o'clock. We get to the first location. 2 locations. All right? 2 locations. We get to the first location like 9:30. Right? It's fucking cold out. It was 70 degrees during the day. It's fucking 30 at night. We're fucking freezing. Right? Chris is out there with the camera. I'm with the boom pole. We're fucking walking, freezing our asses off. Mark's got his jacket on. Right? We shot at the first location for an hour.
If even.
Yeah. Then we had to jump in the car, drive 45 minutes to Kearney, right, to shoot the other location, which was somebody else's bar.
Mm-hmm.
So we go into the bar, set everything up, walk everything down. We shot there for 3 hours. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We're an hour from the hotel. We didn't get back to the hotel till 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Tired, aggravated, right? Cold. We go to sleep. Wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? No sleep. Right? Everyone's agitated. He has to go home and start editing, right? Which he stayed at the con a little bit. You're not going to go up. So we stayed at the con, went home, had to start editing. So we shot for 4 hours. So if you add that, it's the 37-hour challenge, and it took him 6-7 hours to edit that. And it wasn't even a good edit because it was so much shit that we were throwing on him.
It was a lot of bad audio clips and things that I was just battling with, that I was just like having a hard time dealing with.
We didn't have enough lenses for the cameras we had.
Yeah.
So we had one of this lens, one of this lens. So some of the shots weren't even like, mine was too tight. It was like all you could see was like Mark's big head. And it's like once he fell, it's like you can't see shit.
Lost him.
So we're like, all right, that's.
And you couldn't pan up.
No.
Yeah, we couldn't pan up. We couldn't pan up. So we're like, okay, this is going all right. So we're like, all right, we're not getting in this. So fuck it. It is what it is. We didn't get selected. We fixed it up and put it out there. It actually got views. People watched it. The next one, it was another convention, Long Island Con. We were up there for that. 10 o'clock, we get the thing. Okay, we need a radio. We're in Long Island. We're not from Long Island. We need an old school boombox. Okay, Chris. I got one. It's only 15 minutes from here. $40. Cool. Go get that. We need a leather jacket. Diane's there. She's like, I guess I'm going to the store to buy a leather jacket. Goes to the store, buys a leather jacket. I get a script together, right? It's supposed to be Chasing Amy. All right, it's supposed to be Chasing Amy. And before we did it, you didn't have to, all you had to do was mention the character's name that they give you. Now you had to be that character.
You're the embodiment of this character. And we're like,
we got little kids. We're losing little kids to play a lesbian.
a
Right.
full-blown badass lesbian from that movie, and we're like, I don't know how this is gonna play out.
So I write something, then we come up with a title. So we have the radio. How do we fucking do this? Oh, we'll call it this. We use the Clayton Girls and Jax, and
This is Radio Silence.
Radio
Yeah.
Silence, and
Yep.
we shot that in 2 hours.
Yeah, I saw that was a submission.
Yeah.
2 hours, right? Always remember your gear. Okay. We had we're like, this is gonna be fucking easy. We knocked this shit out. It's only fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're fucking solid, right? Edit this. It's not that bad. Chris left the card readers at home.
I'm in Long Island. I'm not going back.
So he's
It's
like,
not like, listen, if it was just a regular SD card, you go to any store and get a SD card reader. It's a CFast reader. They are not in any stores. There's not you won't find a CFast card in a store. I
Right.
don't know of a single store I've ever seen one in. You have to order that online. It's an online order only. And I'm like, damn it. I only have one card reader, and somehow I left it at home. Brought all this other gear in my car, but I left that one fucking thing I need at home.
He's freaking out, which I never see him freak out. He's like, fuck.
I didn't want to repeat. I didn't want to have to rush home the day, because this is what I told him before we did the 37-hour challenge. I said, we're not going to a con. We are not going to a con during this 37-hour challenge. What happened? We're fucking Long Island con. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We're going to try and do this shit again? Luckily, we filmed way better. Audio was way better. Our idea was more solid and more complete.
And we didn't have to change locations.
By the time I got home the next day, I edited for a couple hours. It was wrapped pretty quick.
See, the plus out of that is we went to the after party at the con, right? He's like, fuck it. I said, dude, let's just go. Let's go have a good time. Fuck it. It is what it is. You can't snap your fingers and make shit appear. It's better to go and have fun than stay here and be like, fuck. So we went and had a fucking blast of a time. Like,
Yeah, we had a good time there.
hung out with everybody. It was like, I'm like, see how he's like, all right, this was pretty cool. I'm glad that I wish I could have edited something, but if I would have started editing, I would not be here right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is a good thing. He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. He's like, he calmed down. He's like, I'll knock it out tomorrow.
And I did. And then I had to freak the fuck out at the last minute because somebody was asleep and they had the login information to submit the fucking film to the festival.
I thought you don't sleep.
Somebody enjoyed their nap.
Somebody enjoyed his nap.
I'm like, all right, everything's cool, right? And next thing you know, I'm getting, I don't know this, I'm getting text messages from Diane, I'm getting phone calls and text messages from him. My son came down and goes, Diane says Chris needs you to submit the I'm like, what the fuck? It's like quarter to 11, and
Quarter to 11.
I just like woke up from a sleep, and I'm freaking. I'm like, what the fuck? What? I'm like, I can't fucking. Chris is like, calm down. Go to. I'm like, no, I can't. He's like,
Internally, I'm freaking the fuck out. I just spent all damn day at working on this edit, and it's a good edit.
no, but see, I know how to play him too, because I'm like, fuck it, dude. It's all good. We won't submit it. We'll let it ride. I only spent $25 to get it entered. So I don't give a shit about that, and then we'll release it on YouTube. And he's like, give me your login information. He's like, I'm not fucking, give me your login info. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, just give it to me. Just fucking give it to me. He's like, what is it? This? Okay. All right, I'm in. I'll call you later. Right? But he's like, well, I guess we're not getting this in. I says, fuck it. If we don't, we don't. He's like, fuck it. Give me the information now. I'm not wasting my fucking time doing this shit for nothing.
I was so agitated. I was like, I can't believe I just spent my entire Sunday editing something, rushing to edit it. It's one thing to just edit it. It's fine if you're just doing it because that's what you're going to do that day. But rushing to have it done on the timeline, and then I shit you not, it was down to the minute I was able to submit it. It was like it was 10:59, and it says your submission has been accepted. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Thank God.
I'm like, and then we got submitted. I'm like, then we got selected. I'm like, all right. We actually got something in Spodcastle.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I said
I'm a little traumatized, but
I mean,
Now,
Okay.
with the anniversary, so you had the whole Buddy Christ thing happening.
right?
Yeah.
Is that? I'm assuming that's like probably one of the stipulations of this contest, that you have to have a view askew reference, or was that just your own personal?
No. That's the 37-hour challenges. They take from Kevin Smith's movies, and you have to have one prop that
They
was used.
dictate.
Yeah, we have to have one line from a movie,
Okay.
exact, and you have to have a character that he gives you. Got to use that. The first happy anniversary was we had to use Cardinal Glick.
Oh, that was it, Glick.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Out of all this bullshit we were ready for, I was not ready for Cardinal fucking Glick.
Like, if you're home at your house where you might have some costumes, maybe you could make something work. We're not. I'm rushing to get up to Edison because I had a
communion.
I think my kid's communion or some crap at home. I'm dealing with that, and I'm driving up there with all the gear, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I just got a picture of him and said, "That's it, Cardinal Glick's there." What else are you gonna do? Sometimes you're
worked.
stuck. Well, I know
You're
a lot
not
of
getting Carlin, so
no, not at all. Well, I know a lot of people had a hard time finding a boombox, a vintage boombox for radio silence, because some of the other videos that we saw were them very meta going, where the fuck am I going to find a boombox? Like, where do you even find, like, they're using vintage radios they got from an antique store.
Yeah.
One person drew it on a piece of paper. It's like,
Oh, jeez.
It's like, you will
just
have
get the
to
retro
struggle.
boombox app on your phone.
Yeah, right.
Pull a Say Anything.
But I mean, that's definitely part of the gimmick of it is like, what can you get done in 37 hours? And this is
Yeah.
part of it.
the winner was done very well. Like I said, I watched the winner. I'm like, all right, I give him that. That was ingenious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like I said, what we made, I think that could have been a prequel. Definitely a prequel to Chasing Amy. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, the ideas, we're not lacking in ideas. And like I said,
We just came up with a bunch of ideas today. Like, it doesn't stop. We can't turn it off.
like you brought up Swine and Dine. We're going to make a feature. This is the stipulation with the Swine and Dine feature. If we do the feature for this, it's got to be done right. And there's no half-assing. We need, the budget for this is going to be close to $100,000. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to need to spend at least 20 of that on special effects. We've got 18 kills and all on screen. None of this fucking blood splatter on the wall shit. So it's all visual. And I sent the script to Kevin Ward to look at and give me a price on how much he thinks it's going to cost to do special effects. And I'm just estimating, in my head, I know it's going to be close to 20 grand.
Yeah.
And they're good visceral kills. Like,
Mhm.
over 50% of them are like blood in your face. Like, some of these shits you're like, I've seen this, but not to that extent.
Okay.
But we want to make that. We want to make that next, but there's no way we're going to be able to come up with that kind of cash.
Mhm.
Because I've already got people, I already got interest in like some famous people to be in it. And like I said, until contracts are drawn up, I don't want to mention any names, but I've talked to like 5 or 6 like people that you see at conventions.
Yeah.
That, they're not like top tier, but they're in there. Like, like if you bring their name up, you know who they are.
Yeah.
So it's like we've got that going for us, and we've got our fan base. Everybody is dying for, like, once we release Swine and Dine, however we're going to release it so people can see it, then I think it'll go higher. Like, people will be like, oh shit, they made this for $5,000.
Yeah.
And now they're doing a feature. It'll draw a lot of traction. And we do talk and we do get out there, so it's not like I can't say we won't draw like publications and like people going, I want to get involved in this. I want to get involved in this.
Mhm.
That's what we really want, is people to like, oh my God, this is, we want to see this. But for us to get something out, like I said, once this is done within the cracks, trying. I'm not saying definitely. I want it out by Halloween. All right. We still have some scenes to shoot. All right. We probably won't finish shooting until the end of July, maybe early August. I mean, we have some, but the way we shoot, it's pretty quick. We could probably knock most of the stuff out in a day or two. Once we finish for all of Rebecca's stuff this week, then we'll only have Sam's stuff to do. And Sam's stuff is kind of, it's not run of the mill. Like,
We left the most difficult things for last on hers.
we've got some scenes in there that are like
Which Sam are we talking about?
Shiomo, dark-haired Sam.
Yeah, from Happy Anniversary.
Yes.
Yep.
There's some scenes that we put in there that are like replicated of some old school horror
Iconic horror movies. Yeah.
that I've always wanted to do. It's not going to be to the volume of that, but it'll be.
It'll be a unique twist.
Is this the
Okay.
you guys mentioned it last time, and I heard, I feel like in the last few months I heard reference to possibly a pool rental.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's still
Yep.
yet to happen.
Yes.
That is yet to
Okay.
happen.
That's our big scene. Like,
Mhm.
that's, once we got that wrapped, the rest is all interior bedroom stuff with
Yeah.
her facing the demon.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to film, but it's still just
Time.
timing and
It's the bigger things that, yeah.
So it could be something that's going to end up turning into being an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, it's
it's
definitely going to be
it's at least an hour and a half. 100%.
at least. Like I said,
I started running through Fragmented Mind, editing
the
that.
script I wrote for Fragmented Mind was supposed to be 30 minutes, 35 minutes, right? We're a little over halfway, and he's got over 45 minutes of
Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim it down because it's too much.
usable
It's like
footage.
it's a shame because had we maybe approached it differently, we might have been able to write it as a full feature itself. Fragmented Mind has what you need to make a full feature out of it, but we wrote it as a short, but added so much on filming day that we're like, fuck, this potentially could have been a full feature if we wrote it a little bit differently.
I mean, the shit we crammed into this, it definitely could have been a feature. Like, we crammed a whole feature's worth of shit into this short.
Well, once everything's said and done, then you could work on the alternate cut, and if it's a big enough of a hit, then you have that to offer, like the
true.
Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we could definitely do that. Like, if we actually added all the BTS to the end of the movie, we definitely have over an hour and 15 minutes.
yeah.
Will there be boobs in this?
No, Fragmented Mind has no boob.
No, I mean for anything within the credits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There will be.
Rebecca,
Rebecca.
full.
Very nice.
That's
Tops to tails.
yeah. We're gonna try our hands at some full frontal stuff. See what happens. It's not my first time filming it. It's the first time that it's been our production. So
It's not my first
Hey,
time.
we didn't ask about your personal life.
no, for
The
one of-
itinerant.
the itinerant,
Yeah.
Daniel John Kearney, there was a full frontal scene that was shot. I'm not I
Female
don't-
or male?
both. No,
The male wouldn't.
I should have to ask.
it was a male and a female in a shower scene, but
Did we even see full frontal?
no, barely.
I don't even think the camera got full frontal. We did.
Yeah, we all
He definitely saw it. I saw nothing.
yelled at me. He
I
was very
saw
angry.
nothing. I was standing right next to a naked chick, and I saw nothing.
Yeah,
Dude, I was too worried about making sure the blood gag was like fucking right on point, because I'm like, this is the whole fucking movie. If this fucks up, I'm gonna look like a fucking asshole.
Yep.
Because the guy that wants this done has to fathom how this shit's actually done in perspective. And I'm like, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. And I watched, like, after it was shot, I'm like, yes! Fuck yeah!
Is it Brutal Massacre, Dave?
uh,
You get one shot and he screws it up.
yeah, but it worked out.
Yeah.
that's
I have an
part of it.
unhealthy obsession with that movie. So
Yeah.
No, but like I said, we haven't even scratched the surface on the shit that we're capable of doing. And I mean, I hate to say it, because this is what I really hate to say is money is good to have, but we don't need $1 million to make a fucking movie.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't even need half of that. The more money you have, the better it should be. And practically, like, for what we do, like I said, for $100,000, we'll give you a Hollywood style movie.
a cinematic killer man bear pig.
Yeah,
Yep.
like, I mean, you've got all the posters on the fucking walls and shit. I mean, I can't. For $100,000, I could put a Swine and Dine up against any of these. I mean, I know I could do better. I'm not saying I can make a better Reanimator. I mean, all these movies are classics. You can't make them better, but I can.
compete.
All these are over $1 million.
Yeah, and that's $80 million.
I could take $100,000 and make better than that. I know I can. I mean, he knows we can. The ideas alone are like.
It's just a matter of convincing enough and the right people to support that vision.
Yep.
Do you have $1 million? Would you like to support our films? We are poor and would like to make very good movies.
Hollywood
Oh, you
movie.
get those emails too?
But like I said, we know for the next thing we do, like out of within the cracks. We were just talking about it today because we're going on this podcast. We got to come up with something that people are going to ask us. What's next after this? What's next after this? Looking for a Swine and Dine. I'm like, as much as we want him to have Swine and Dine be the next film we make, we don't want to half-ass it. And we don't have $100,000 to throw at anything. If people want to give it to us,
We'll do it.
line up. We'll take it. And we'll make it. and we'll blow people away with it. Like, talk about, I've seen movies where there's like 10 kills and you're like, oh wow, man, how much did you make? You did a good job on this. Oh man, $450,000. I'm like, for this? There's nobody in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I know, I hate throwing money out there, but people think you need money to make good content. You don't. I mean, and it's being proven right now with, I mean, $750,000 is a lot of money, but when you turn around and blow a box office out for $450 million,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer. It was enough money for him. How come it can't be?
He was probably trying to figure out how to spend half of that.
The actors are all unknown, so he's got no talent in it. I mean,
Whoa! Obsession had Andy Richter in it.
Oh yeah, forgot about Andy Richter in that one scene.
Yeah. But like I said,
Scary movie too, Andy Richter.
It's proof. Like, this is more proof that you don't need names attached to a project to make it work.
You need the right people with the right passion.
Yes. And like I said, a little money helps. I mean, if somebody gave me $750,000 to make a movie, I'm like, we got this shit locked down.
How many you want us to make? 10? Got it. Done.
I was gonna say, that kind of money.
By October.
How many?
Done.
Oh, by Halloween.
By Halloween, we'll have all 10 done.
I'm like,
Don't worry.
Hell yeah, when you want this out? Because with $750,000, we could shoot it in 2 weeks, have it to two editors, and have it out in 4 months.
Most of the budget's going to go to me for speed to be able to stay awake.
Hey, cocaine ain't cheap.
Yeah, it's not the good
I didn't
stuff.
say you'd edit it. I mean, once we got that kind of money, you don't need to edit it. You can just stay over the editor's shoulder going, I don't like it like that. I don't like it like that.
And that's how you lost your first editor.
So
You got knocked out by your first editor.
you got, so within the cracks, it's you're putting together quite a big. It's a production to put together an anthology like that.
It's look. I thought,
and you got a pretty decent cast in here as well.
I mean, Lou Temple and Ginger Lynn, plus all the indie actors that came from all over the country to be in this. I thought it would be easy to do this, the anthology. I'm like, oh man, shit, that's only 3 shorts. Fuck that, man. It's like, I can knock that shit out of the park. Me and him, 3 shorts, a fucking week. Have it done in a week, right? Not knowing that.
And with some of the names you're getting, yeah, you're at the mercy of other people's schedules. So,
I mean,
Plus, we like we do every year is we go, we're not going to do anybody else's project, and then we're
you
signed
get
up for
one
3
thing
fucking
here,
projects.
you're in this, you're in that.
let me see.
And that takes time.
You're in
out
the
of your day.
itinerant,
Yeah.
the Malachi.
How many things have we worked on this year alone? And it's only July.
Too
Besides
much.
our stuff, we've worked on 4 features, 2 shorts.
It's a for Dahlia with Love.
Oh no, 5 shorts.
Is that another one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
worked on that. Marks, 6, 7 shorts, 4 features, and it's the first week in July.
Yeah.
And that's not including ours.
Busy year.
With a full-time job.
Both of you. Yep.
that's why I had to ask, knowing how much shit you guys are working on outside of your own. It's like, yeah, they're probably part-time now at their jobs.
I wish.
Dude,
So we just got our first real money doing any of this stuff very recently. It wasn't a lot, but we did get a check. And, if they keep coming in, then great, we could do this more. But until then, you got to pay your bills and
Yeah.
got to have that full-time job. I can't go part-time yet.
we make movies when we do something. It's something like, I would love to see this.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not making a movie for you, or
Yeah.
I'm not making a movie for you. I'm not making a movie for them. I'm making a movie that I would want to see. Because if I'd want to see it,
Yeah.
I know.
There's at least
Everybody
one other
wants to see it.
asshole that has your taste.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Name
If-
starts with a D. No, it's we think about stuff that we haven't seen almost all the time. And we're like, well, what about something like this? What if we do this? It's been done before, but it hasn't been done this way. So let's try and do something like that. That's going to be interesting for ourselves, obviously, and interesting just to film is a huge part of it for us as well. Being able to be behind the scenes, running the camera, running the special effects, getting to do that is a big part of it for us. And then obviously,
Having that level of control to make sure.
but just the joy that it brings you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost every one of these scenes that we do that we get to film that are fun and exciting. Like, we get to walk away like so excited, amped up, high adrenaline just rushing through us going, yeah, we fucking did that, didn't we? And we're excited about that almost every time.
See, what I appreciate, like what really, like when Ginger was here last time, when we had her and Ginger and Eileen working on stuff, they got to do things that when they were done, like she smashed the TV. Ginger smashed the TV.
Yeah.
Right? When she was done with that, right? She's like, oh my God, that was so much fun. Right? Yeah. Can I do it again? Like, that's the energy. Like, once they get that energy, they're like, what do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next?
What other crazy idea do you have?
And then it's like, honestly, like I said, I don't know how many people are going to watch this. I hope a lot. But that's not the only TV that gets smashed. So, actually, obviously you know that because...
I was going to say, according to the BTS video...
Somebody dumps a big projection screen TV out the back.
That was just extras in the room.
Actually, see, I forgot about that one, but I believe that BTS video had 2 TVs.
Black Ave Films.
But yeah, I forgot about the epic TV drop.
I had to get it out of the room. It was taking up too much space.
We had Eileen take care of that one. And like I said, again, she's like, oh my God. She's like, how long should I hit it? I'm like, keep fucking hitting it until fucking destroyed, until you destroy it. Don't stop. Oh, so we're just gonna keep rolling. Just keep fucking smashing the TV. And it's like, I'm like, all right, on your last hit, just fucking let the sledgehammer go, and right through the television.
It was very therapeutic for her.
Dude,
sure.
It's
like, you know how much people pay for those break rooms and shit?
Yep.
But it was like the smile on these women's faces after they got the smashed televisions is like, fuck yeah, this is.
We even let Dave smash one just for fun. He was like, I want to smash it. I got BTS of him just smashing the TV for fun. I was like, go for it, man. I don't care.
Yeah, break stuff. Yeah.
We've got, like I said, we know for something after this, we're gonna do something that some people like, some people don't. I'm not a big fan of found footage films.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved when Blair Witch came out. I was like, wow, this is fucking awesome. But they're either done well or they're done like either shitty.
We watched Skinamarink, we know.
Hey,
They're shitty.
you shut your whore mouth, Daniel.
I don't mind. I don't mind if you're parodying
yeah.
There's some out there that are like hilarious because they're like they just make fun of. But we've already had an idea to do a found footage film. Long like when we first started this, he's like, I remember this, and I started writing a script, and there was so much going on that I just like totally stopped writing it. But now we just came up with an idea because we're like, we need to do something cheap, something that's gonna be different from what we've done before, that people can be like, oh fuck, that's fucking cool. And we're gonna, after we're done this, we're gonna shoot a found footage because they're cheap and it doesn't matter what they fucking look like. Obviously, just watch Last Footprint, and you could just see white screen and people be like, wow, fuck, that's awesome, right?
It affords you a lot more freedom with your mistakes because the camera can be shaky.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not as important as long as your focus is still on the story and the story is still proceeding properly. Where we have that ability to work within that range a little bit better that way.
And if you're watching this, TJ, we want you to shoot it with us. He's good. He's real good at found footage movies
and Scooby-Doo movies.
Is the goal for this a feature or a short?
Feature.
Okay.
We want to. So obviously, doing Within the Cracks as a feature is a very learning experience for us. But because of the way we shot it, we didn't quite learn exactly what we needed to learn. So I think it's better for both of us, and I think we both think this. If we can get in there and go film a full feature, front to back, do it all ourselves, obviously bring people in if we need to. TJ, you're invited. And just get it done and do it that way versus, we're going to shoot this short Fragment of Mind, this short Unconscious Nightmare, this short Written in Blood, and try to piece it all together.
We're going to shoot a feature in 3 days.
Yeah, we're going to shoot a feature in 3 days. That's the goal. Because it's found footage. You can get away with it. It's a little bit less scripted than your typical storylines and typical movies are, where you have to have all these different angles and you want to get all these tight shots.
Yeah.
Found footage is 9 times out of 10 it looks like trash. You know what I mean? It's just
are we sticking to the idea?
We're still floating ideas.
Okay, no, I'm gonna throw this one out. I'm gonna
somebody else is gonna make this movie real quick. Watch.
Huh?
Close your ears. Earmuffs.
He'll appreciate Chris Robin will appreciate this one. All right. We're me and him are throwing ideas back and forth. Like I said, we've got like 10 ideas for this found footage film, and he threw one out there, and I'm like, interesting. Okay, a group of friends goes to a tree farm, right? And they're picking out a Christmas tree, and there's a maniac killer on the loose at the Christmas tree farm, just hacking motherfuckers up as they're picking out their Christmas trees.
But all the footage is POV of the killer.
The killer, like
not the people
like scoping out the
stalking them in the woods. Very Friday the 13th-esque.
In a violent
POV.
nature.
In a violent nature was supposed to be, but it ended up being a third person.
Lord of the Rings fucking horror movie.
The outtakes from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and they're walking.
They said we're still floating ideas, but we're like,
a Christmas tree farm in the snow. Where you go there to cut your own tree down, so you got a family arm.
No, but that's just one of the ideas we've got.
We're still brainstorming. That was an idea we came across, and it was like it'd be fucking killer to do that because obviously if you're murdering people in the snow, you get to see all the fucking contrast with the blood and the white snow.
That was kind of the first thing to come to mind.
Yeah.
It's got to be extra gory because
you
you have the cleanest of palettes.
Yep. Absolutely.
And nothing for you to wash afterwards.
Yep.
But we also know that like
just bring a heat gun and it's all gone.
The hard part about that whole concept is filming in the snow, and when you got a guy that loves to do overexposed footage, like snow is like the worst thing you could possibly have. No, but like I said, that's the first thing I said to him. Like, so you're gonna bring TJ in to make an overexposed film? Okay, great. I love the idea. No, but that's why they make ND filters.
If you bring them,
we got ours.
Do you, when you get done within the cracks, do you plan on showing it again at Smod Castle like you did with Swine and Dine? Or?
I don't know if we'll do,
or their higher ambitions.
No, I do want to do a premiere because I know people do want to see what they filmed. If I can get, I know Lou won't come in and watch it. I already know that for a fact. He already told me.
He's not coming from Texas.
I'm not watching this piece.
He doesn't watch any of his movies.
Really?
He's like, nope, I don't watch them. He's like, you can call me out. I'll answer the phone and I'll be like, yeah, sorry, I'm not doing it. Or I'll come out and I'll just hang out and I won't watch the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, he'll get the invite. Ginger said she'll definitely come out as long as she's not busy. She'll come out to the premiere. But I want to have a premiere for our if this is our first feature length film, I want people to come out and see it. Like we had a decent turnout for Swine and Dine, and I'm hoping to pack a bigger theater with something like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 hours of like psychological, like what the fuck did I just watch kind of shit. Like I said, that's the one thing that really got me is when I was watching Obsession, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the internet and everyone's like, what did I just watch? I sat next to a guy who, when I watched it last week, he got up and he looked around. He's like, I have no fucking idea what I just watched.
Really?
Right? And I'm like, that's what I want. I want somebody to go, what the fuck was that?
We've gotten some great reactions to Swan and Dine, and if we can get anything near to that with this one, I'll be very happy.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not a slasher, so it's not going to be as bloody as Swan and Dine, but it's more real life. Like most of every one of those stories is like out there. Like it does happen to people.
Mm-hmm.
PTSD's there, psychosis is there, and
drug and alcohol.
Drug, alcohol, and grief. It's there. Everybody suffers from it. So why not show it?
Yeah.
And hopefully that's what people are like, oh wow, this is like so real to life. And we don't just have to do slashers. Like, we want to run the gamut on everything. Like we want to do a drama. We want to do they said, I don't mind doing a romance or a love story. He's like, you write that fucking corny ass shit all fucking day long. Right? But
Listen, I love myself a good rom-com. I do.
I said, we know we can be
don't
fun.
know if I can write it.
Look, if we have issues, there's plenty of people like we could turn to help us do shit.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a script. This is one of our, when we decide what we're going to do next. We have a script. It's actually pretty well written by Nathan Dalton. It's a horror comedy. It's a gory wrestling movie. Like it's a kind of like a horror wrestling.
Okay.
And it's kind of like think of,
I think we talked about this before
Yeah.
when you were here.
but it's the script's written and done. Like it's
Yeah, we gave it to somebody.
Yeah, I think
We
it was kind of you had the concept.
We had some ideas we were floating around, and we gave it to somebody, and he wrote a full.
I had an
full
idea
treatment
and,
for
and
us.
a short script, and he took the short and made, because right now everybody that all my filmmaker friends, all our director friends, everyone's like, every time I run into somebody, they're like, all right, enough of the fucking shorts. He's like, you guys are better than that. You need to start making features. You get a feature, we can get you a distribution deal. I know people. He's like, and your shit's good enough to be able to do that. Like, even if it ends up on Tubi, I can get you money. He's like, shorts, there's no money in shorts. The way you guys write, I can get you money in a feature. He's like, all right. I was like, okay, cool. Did you watch this? Yeah, I watched that. Stop making fucking shorts. You guys are better than that now. I'm like, all right, that's all. That's
easy.
That's all I needed to. That's all I needed to hear. Okay, no problem. I've got like a fucking stack of features like this fucking thick. What do we work on first?
Whatever one we can afford. That's what we have to work on first.
Like I said, we know the wrestling one will be a hit. It's like a wrestling mixed with
Evil Dead.
and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So it's, but I mean, the ideas are there, and I know things sell. Like wrestling and horror sell. Like you put them together, it's going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done right, it'll sell. And that's what people aren't like. You've got to take ideas and make them work. That people like, oh wow, that's. People can have an idea and throw it out there and be like, you really did not hit the mark on this.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens a lot. People make good things, and it's just like, it's good, but it's not.
Failed to deliver.
I'm not going to go to the theater and watch this.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes is obviously it takes one person or a couple people to see something up on screen and be like, cha-ching, I can make money off of this.
I just watched Masters of the Universe. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
I did.
It's okay.
I didn't even watch the Dolph Lundgren one.
Yeah. I enjoyed it because it definitely it knew what it was going to be, and it made fun of itself in that way, and it had some comedic aspects to it. But I'm glad I didn't pay $16 to $20 to go sit in the theater and watch it.
Yeah, I watched it on the box.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad I did not spend a lot of money on that, because I'd have been mad if I did that.
But when you say comedic moments, like intentionally? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very intentionally comedic. Like, they wrote the story to make fun of itself. And I appreciate that when you're trying to make a movie that doesn't need to be as serious, which, a lot of these over-the-top sci-fi movies try to be super serious, and it just doesn't hit the mark right. So I did enjoy that. But other parts of that film, I was just like, this is boring.
Yeah, they could have trimmed that up.
Oh, it's 2
Easily.
hours and 20 minutes. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh my God, are you
Yeah.
serious?
It's 2
Yeah.
hours and 20 minutes for Masters of the Universe. Like,
Well, it wasn't. It was okay, and I like the callbacks.
Yeah,
I like some of the
course.
comedy. Obviously some of the cameos.
I thought it was ridiculous trying to pretend that he wasn't buff before.
Right.
I'm just like, come on, that's ridiculous. He's just wearing an oversized shirt. He's still jacked. I couldn't get over it. Like, oh, now he's got a sword. Now he's jacked. No, that's not how this works. But
Let me ask you guys a question. All right.